Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is Dirty Friday!
TD Friday.
Whip out your TDs.
Yeah, pull them out. Super Bowl, when the Super Bowl rolls around, Sam brings her titties to town. She wants to pull them out. Then Daniel says, stop, he shouts, he says, don't do it, don't pull your titties out. Then Tom later pulls him aside and says, why the fuck you do that?
No, I never said that.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't say that. Welcome to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We do have a very special guest. I left him off camera. I'll put him on camera now. They're all too big for the camera. Too big for the camera.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You might remember him from something about Mary. It is Mary's brother, Owen.
Why don't you sit back and
Have you seen my
man-spread like
baseball?
Seth?
Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
EJ making our love seat a chub seat.
Yeah, I remember it was the ouch couch for the Super Bowl.
The ouch
It
couch.
was.
The ouch couch. Yeah, I couldn't remember it. I made the chub seat.
I was thinking that today when I put on this shirt. I'm like, I make sure this doesn't like.
No, you look
show
good.
my belly.
You look good. You have a little boy haircut. I have a little boy haircut.
It looks good.
I don't know. I
it
got
looks good
tired of
that way.
combing it. I freaked out. I was growing it long. Then one person said I look like a senator or like an old dad haircut because it was getting like over the ears and long. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking cut it.
Is that why like older people have longer
Like
swoopy-doo?
old men
They
grow
let it go
like
longer,
they
yeah.
let like the back of my hair started getting like what an old man, like an old 1980s early 80s late 70s, not long hair, just a full man size head of hair, like a little over the ears, down like hair that is down to your neck right here.
But it's thick.
But it's thick. It's not long. Like it's not like a water.
yeah.
It's not like
It's
Nelson.
a lot of hair.
Yeah, it's just a full haircut instead of like I've got like high and tight, whereas like longer hair is on the top of my head and the sides are kind of shaved or at least buzzed like a 2 or a 3. I just couldn't stand it anymore. I've been riding my scooter. I hate putting the helmet on and fucking up my swoopy-doo.
You pussied out.
I
of
did.
growing out the hair.
I did.
Let's
That's
just say
fine.
what
I
it
did.
is.
I deserve that.
It is hot.
No,
It
but
is
I
hot as
deserve
hell.
that. I did pussy out because I said I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I was committed to it. I went like a long time of getting it full, and then fuck it, I'm done with it.
So a couple business things. We've got a bunch of pre-order items on our site right now under the merch section. This is the first time we've ever in T&D history done shorts. And courtesy of Villain Clothing Company,
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
we're working through Villain.
At the end of summer, we come out with shorts.
It took a while to
It's summer,
figure
there's
out.
always
We did
a
start
reason for
talking
shorts.
about it at the beginning.
Yeah,
Wait till you see our snowsuits we put on
Oh,
the end of
man,
winter.
it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, awesome.
I mean, it's Florida. You can wear shorts
That's true.
all
can.
year round.
Now, are these look like the kind of shorts that I like to wear with no underwear and then make my ding dong go back and forth really
Yeah.
fast and do the flippy flap?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ordering now.
And
I gotta get a
Flippy
pair.
flap approved.
Get some for my wife. Are they like Umbros?
they're like board short material, but like the Villain Clothing Company uses also like whatever that material they use for all their board shorts, super soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They designed them. They're on our merch page right now.
Indeed.
There's men's shorts. There's women's shorts. There's a T&D Villain polo that's made out of that same like board short material.
Yeah, it's really light. It's like very, very light for Florida. It's nice.
And then we got another pre-order.
Oh, pulling out TD.
Are you cold, Tom?
Titty Friday. Hold on. Titty Friday. Oh, yeah.
Tom's cold.
I'm just showing my business.
Nips.
The
comfortable now.
TD business polo.
You got tight nips, man. They're tight.
And full transparency, the only
Your
Oh,
shirt
yeah,
is
we can
full
see that.
transparency.
They are transparent.
I was waiting on that. So were you.
the only reason we do the pre-order on our like work business polos is because they're so goddamn expensive.
These are
Yeah.
disgustingly
They look
expensive.
really good, though.
because
A $35 shirt.
Yeah,
dude.
for sure.
we've went
Like our cost is $35.
Yeah. Like it's OGO polo, and they're just super high end, and it's the only. We went through so many different polos, and this is the one that we fell on, but they're super expensive. So the only way to get some for me and Travis and you guys to wear to have like T&D business polos is because the minimum is like 50.
Like 50 of them, yeah.
And it's like 50 or at
The
$35.
chat wants you
Oh my
to
God.
stand
Yeah.
so they can see the.
hold
They want to see
Yeah. Oh, I'll
Don't
show it.
hump the
If he
camera.
stands, he shows his boner.
Oh, we're doing hot tub streaming
Just
a little
stand
bit.
like a normal human being. Why are you
If
putting your
he-
titties
what
on
I-
camera?
why you think it's
They
Titty
want to see
Friday?
the fit. They
It's
want to see
Titty
the
We don't
Friday.
care about the logo. We
You
can see
guys
that.
have seen it.
Oh
Just
my
whatever.
God.
I say it's
I don't
Titty
even
Friday.
need that
I'm
many
trying to
people
help you
order.
sell these goddamn polos.
I say it's
I don't
Titty
even-
Friday. Dude gets all mad at me, but he can stand up and push his tits into the camera.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I just need enough so I could order them. We're not even making $1. The $35
No,
we're
true.
selling them
No,
for $35.
Eric
Really?
Birchman said we're wasting money because
We
we're
are.
still
Yeah,
For the
you're
shipping.
shipping,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
we're eating shipping.
But we just need them because I
Why do
need
we even
5
need
more.
to do this? What? This is the
Because
one.
I need
'Cause it's
5. Butler
advertising.
needs a couple.
So we're only doing this because we're already ordering some.
well, where's
well,
my girl polo?
No, girl polos.
This is
Well, we can
sexist.
give you.
We'll just cut
What?
the holes in it.
Anyway, so the pre-order, it will. How long should we leave it up for? Like a week or 10 days or something?
Yeah, do like 10 days.
Okay, we'll leave it
You
up
know,
for 10 days.
Izzy Chungus Glorioso.
Yes.
He is in the Twitch chat room.
Oh, he wants some shorts.
Oh, come on.
Well, these are literally custom made, like, and so we can custom make.
Let's make the biggest.
One
Let's
size.
make.
Glorioso some shorts.
Can
Are
we make
Izzy,
one
what
pair
size-
for Izzy?
what
We-
size
we need
pants do you wear?
5.
Okay, Izzy.
So
we'll make
we
5
got
pair. I want a
Izzy,
pair for me.
EJ.
No, I want
Hey,
a
don't put me in.
I
Who
want
is
a
our
pair.
big fatso?
I want a big fatso pair to
We got a
wear.
lot of big fatzos.
To wear and like pull it out and be like,
Okay.
like after Tom and Dan. Look how much
Like
weight I want.
Jared from Subway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, what sizes does he need?
Izzy, tell us your pant size.
Like
Yeah,
50?
he needs a 38 max. Oh,
Norm
no,
says he needs a 42.
no, he said 38 is the max size, and then he laughed out loud. I was saying he was 38. He's not
Oh,
38.
No,
well,
that's the biggest size we
well,
are
what
offering
size?
right
You
now.
got really?
Right now, yeah.
You need a big
You
50?
need at least a 44.
He needs
Well,
bigger than a 50.
Juan needs a 42 as well. We
They're
need a couple
elastic.
42s.
They're elastic bands, so they stretch a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
they
Is it
stretch to
big?
a 38.
Is
Yeah,
it
but then
38
your
is
leg
the
holes are
biggest?
the problem.
Yeah, it goes up to 38.
I'm waiting
from
on
there.
Izzy
Well,
to
we-
type, but I think he's winded from just typing what he typed last time.
Well, keep checking because I'll talk to Mark Villain and see
Maybe we
if
can
we
increase
can we
some
can increase the
sizes.
size. I forgot. I forgot to tell him we got a
No,
bunch
your
of big
audience.
fat
what do you
Oh,
think he
come
needs? Like
on.
a 62?
Well,
62.
listen. I'll tell you
55.
why.
55? Is that a thing?
There's a 54. 54 is usually,
54?
is
Yeah, yeah.
usually the biggest size.
Izzy said 62.
Oh, I said, that's what I said.
Oh,
I hit it on the fuck. I should work at a carnival. I fucking nailed. I said 62.
Yeah.
I think I did.
Big
Six-
62.
Can we do a 62?
62-inch waist is pretty
They're all.
big.
We just need to do at least 5.
Five
of
62s.
of one size. So if we can have other 62s,
How many?
email us.
Yeah, if you're a
Oh,
62,
man.
email us. No shame in the game. Free short.
Because we can make them, but we just need 5 of them at least to put in the order in the factory or whatever.
In the factory.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
goes to a factory.
Oh my God.
That's the only way to
This
afford
one
it.
goes to a factory.
What do you
The
think?
other
It's made in
ones are made in
America. A big 62 would be $9,000.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's why I'm a little out of sorts, and I wasn't more on top of this pre-release because Eric, who's awesome by the way, and is an awesome addition to the T&D Media team
We
because
love the merchman. We call
They
him the
got-
merchman Eric.
Yeah.
And here's a little piece of advice for people out there that are looking to do something, because this is what Eric did. He was a listener on the show. He did shipping for a living, and he came to us with a business proposal and said, like, hey, I listened to the show.
In our first studio.
I see what you guys do. Let me take over the shipping. Here's my proposal. He came pro as shit and with a whole written out of what his plan was. he presented it to us, and we're like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah.
And then we've been working with him for 6 years now,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
And
that's-
we've just grown with him, and now
Well, he
he's doing
grew
this
his-
full time.
Yeah, he grew his own little family. Well, it's not really that little now, but he has a family business where he does custom merchandise shipping.
And he could do it for other people too.
Yeah, you might have a company where you need it. Well, Eric's your guy. He's
Yeah.
reasonable and he's a BDM, and yeah, we can introduce you if you need it.
It's E2 Method. It's Eric Merchman. He's on the BDM page. Hit him
That's
up
not his
because-
last name. We call him Merchman,
Yeah, yeah.
but to protect
Yeah,
his
Radiker, Eric Radiker.
Wow,
don't-
there you
oh,
go.
yeah, doxing.
Jesus
Doxing.
I
Christ.
don't want to put it on. I don't know. Docky? What'd you say?
Donkey.
He doesn't know
No,
doxing. is.
doxing.
Oh, okay. Is that where you put your head in the?
Yeah.
No,
That's sounding.
docking.
No,
Oh,
that's
no.
docking.
No.
Okay.
Doxing
What's
is-
sounding?
Oh, don't talk about
Oh
sounding.
my God. Oh, that's when you put a rod inside your penis,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. Is that
So-
a tuning fork, right?
Can.
After the show yesterday,
Tuna fork.
I knew
Ew.
I've been working on my
Wash it
fucking
first.
boat for all
Oh,
week.
sounds like you love it. Most people say, I've been working on my fucking boat. Like, okay,
I thought
sounds
you were
like,
working on your trailer.
sounds like you love it.
the trailer, the boat, because I also
it's a package deal, I guess.
from the trailer being broken, it gouged a big gouge in my boat hole, and
my
then I
God.
had to figure out how to
You could
repair
have said
that.
gouged
Repair
the
the
hole.
fiberglass.
Gouged a big gouge is funny, though. I do like.
I like
Anyway.
boat hole.
I like
Boat
gouged
hole's
a-
a good word.
Because I think you're right. Gouged a big gouge, because it is a gouge, but it would have sounded better.
I've been watching YouTube video every single day. I get home from work. I go work on the boat for hours until nighttime, and I come inside. My family's pissed off. They're like, "Where have you been?" So, and
Are
I'm
you hiding from them in a weird way?
No,
or-
I'm just trying to get this shit done because I need to get it done to get it out. The damn boat is too big
You're
on the side of my
spinning.
yard.
You're spinning, man.
The garbage trucks, the people, and they're all pissed off.
It's like he's gonna have to go around it.
Anyway, so my last thing to do was to fix the trailer bunks on the front, and the only way to do that, because basically I got 4 bunks. I got the big ones in the back, and then I got 2 front ones that kind of cradle the boat like you're cradling 2 boobs, like you're
Like an
holding
underbra. Yeah.
Anyway,
Underwire.
so those fucked up and like turned sideways.
How does that happen? Just at a...
I have no ramming it full speed.
I can assume.
I assume
ramp fails.
Because I've
for
never
sure.
heard of that. Like, I understood what you meant when you said they had turned, but I thought the only way to turn them would have been to get in there and actually, like,
Well, I think the
wrench
bolt-
them loose or something, right? Aren't they supposed to be, like, pretty in there good?
I'm sure I'm supposed to like tighten the bolts once a year or some shit. Like regular maintenance. I'm sure there's some sort of regular maintenance I'm supposed to do that I fucking didn't do.
Or he didn't put the
Thanks
ramp
for bringing
up in
it
the
up,
water.
Chirper.
What?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
asking
I mean,
how it got
obviously
that way
it's
because
my
I've
fault.
never heard of
It's
somebody
nobody's
trying
fault
to-
but my fault.
I've never. Sorry to be the chirper, but I've never heard of anybody else boating, driving their boat on there. Oh, the bugs are just flying all over the place. What are they?
I rammed them sideways somehow where Crystal was yelling at me, stressed out the last. Anyway. So I knew I had to do this, and the only way to do this is to go to a boat ramp and take the boat off the trailer to fix it, to tighten them, get them in the right place, and then bring the boat back on the trailer. So I was contemplating bringing Crystal and the boys, but after last time, I was like, man, what if things go slightly wrong, which is a high probability, and this is going to cause, this will be the final straw.
What are they going to eat dinner in the
I-
car
no,
and
I-
watch you do that? Like what?
Well, yeah, because I need another person to hold the ropes.
Hold the rope
and
for the
then,
boat,
I
yeah.
would have helped you.
Well, I contemplated all of this.
You helped me out yesterday before you almost killed me.
Oh, somebody
I spilled gas
always
all over
says
me.
he'd help him. Somebody before he leaves
Yeah.
every
Do
single
you need help?
fucking day says, "I'll help you, bro."
I know, Daniel, but I don't want to do this to you because I know what's going to happen when we get out there.
It's like a 30-minute job, but it turns
And I
into
won't
4
even
hours.
chirp.
Yeah.
I've already determined that I would be chirp free. I'll be silent. I'll just stay on my phone.
Me and Tom work together perfectly in silence.
You do.
We figured that out yesterday.
Because you hate each other, and if you don't look
Yeah,
at each other, you can just stay
It's
and
fine.
and you're very
We know
like
our roles.
productivity was high yesterday.
But it's like you never ask the friends that you really like to help you move because it's so horrible. You ask the
take
friends
that as a compliment.
that you-
Oh, okay.
because you don't want to do that to them.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Wait a minute. Now I'm thinking of all my friends that have asked me to help them. move.
Oh.
Because it's a horrible thing to ask someone.
They are usually one step removed. That's a fact.
Yeah, because
I've helped Jessica move 20 times.
Yeah,
in her
yeah,
life.
well.
who would do that to someone?
Well,
Either that
I'm sorry, but you are her protector until dead.
Or
'cause
you're-
you have to be because she needs you so bad, man.
Or you ask the friends that are such good friends that they're almost like family.
obligated to do
you're
it.
like
yeah.
family.
And they'll never
Say no.
Yeah, they'll never defriend you too because you're already family.
Yeah.
You can't defriend family; they're there forever. So you ask them to help you move because it's a goddamn burden on them and it's horrible. Anyway, so that's why I didn't because I
appreciate that.
I knew that we could be walking into the exact scenario that happened. So
Oh, my God.
Why don't you have Seth help you?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
for
a-
what?
yeah.
He don't know nothing.
But he's a
could
big
have
muscle
taught him
dum-dum.
that.
Yeah,
You
he's
could
a-
have taught him how to handle your
That's
boat.
true.
I don't need
That's
to
a
be
good
Learn
idea.
a lesson at the same time he's
Look,
helping
EJ
you.
actually had a good idea.
This is a
Hey,
no. This is
bad.
I'm not a fucking teacher. This is not a learning experience.
Whoa.
It is a learning
I
experience.
This
need
guy's
to-
a dickhead.
I
You
need to
fail, and he learns
No,
from
I
your
don't-
failures. You
Hashtag
learn
mean
more
old
from
bitch.
failures
No.
than you from wins.
I don't need Seth out there. I'm
He's
yelling,
strong.
or he's lazy when it comes to helping me. I'll be yelling him like, "Hey, get the thing out!"
And he'd bring his dog.
He's not
Right,
listening.
he's
He's,
out
Maybe
with
he
his-
bring Tracy though.
he's laughing at me.
yeah.
He's bullying
I can't
me.
need to watch while you're doing
Anyway,
it.
so
Well, it's not like why do we even want Tracy there? It's not like she's gonna pull her titties out while he's putting the boat in there.
so I
You know what I
No,
mean?
But she
you
may be in a
never
bikini
know.
the whole
Well,
time.
she's a
'cause
nice
it's for a
person, but
boat.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying
you
it isn't
never
gonna
know.
be like in my dreams.
I go home yesterday, and on the way home, it was after workout, so it was after 5. So I need in the worst traffic. I need to get
Yeah.
up to the Sanford
And
boat
you-
Oh, like
ramp.
where did you go,
Jesus.
Sanford?
And
Yeah,
your
yeah,
blood
because it's
pressure
near.
is high because it's all Mountain Dew, and then you
If
worked out.
If you'd have done it at Conway, I could have helped you.
Well, I keep my boat at the Boat Tree Marina in Sanford, so
yeah.
I'm going to drop it off right after, but I need to take the boat off at the public ramp to fix the bunks. Anyway, so it's going to be a nightmare driving up there.
By the way,
in 5 o'clock traffic.
Why are you doing
The Orlando Weekly Awards, the two trashiest trees were the Senator that got burned down and Boat Tree. Those
Yeah.
are
That's good.
the two they tied. for
So,
first place.
I'm getting home. I get a call from Crystal. She starts crowing a little bit about some mistakes I've made. Which
but
legitimately,
a light crow.
Yeah, it was a medium crow.
Oh, medium.
About some continuing mistakes I've been making. Anyway, so I was
were
already
they
mad.
the ones, and I won't say them, were they the ones that she passed on to my
Yeah,
wife
yeah,
who
yeah,
then
yeah.
crowed to me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
no.
I got a good crow yesterday,
So-
but it was a by proxy
so-
crow, had nothing.
So I screamed. I know what I've I know what I've done.
Did you try to play off that you're disabled again?
She doesn't even take that anymore.
Good.
Yeah,
She
so that
should've.
only lasted about 2 weeks.
So I'm mad to begin with, right? The stress is already maximum stress. So I get home and then I'm so mad. I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna do it myself. Then
You can't do it yourself.
So then I thought I was like, fuck it. I can't do it myself. I'm learning a
Are
little
you
bit.
serious? Were you gonna like just yell at a guy that's out there like,
No.
hey, you mind helping
No,
me
he's
out?
gonna.
I've seen
take
it on
and Drop
Facebook.
it off the boat. Right, I've seen
A
it.
guy
Yeah.
comes, he puts the rope around, he just stops his trail, the boat floats right off, and I'm like,
And he has to run real
You
fast.
can't do that.
I
And
know,
then you
I
forget to
know.
put the parking brake on.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah,
slides the whole truck into the
Especially
water.
with a fucked up
I
boat.
love boat
like
ramp fails.
your boat's fucked up.
So I call my sister because she's ride or die van, and she'll follow me anywhere.
You had to go with the last name.
She'll blindly follow me anywhere with what I do, and she's more confident than I am, even though she knows
Is it
less about
is
boats
it
than I do.
earned confidence or
Of
unearned
course not.
confidence
It's
like
a
you?
fan confidence. Anyway, so my sister comes and then she jumps in the truck and we start going.
Oh, man.
Traffic.
At it again, Thelma and Louise.
Here's my theory being, I'm going to show up at the public boat ramp at 6 p.m. Nobody's going to be there. Who the fuck is at a public boat ramp at 6 p.m. in Sanford?
Was it a Wednesday night?
Thursday. It was last
Thursday,
night.
last night.
And so I was like, no one's going to be there. I'm going to have the
Thirsty
whole...
Thursday at the Oasis.
No.
my
This is down. This is at the public. I can't even get in that one. That is like the private one that they use, but I can't use it anyway. So I'm thinking no one's going to be here. I'm going to have the whole place to myself. It's going to be quiet and unstressful.
Yeah, just chill
You know what
out.
I'm saying? Like I'll be able to pull out. I'll get my boat off. I'll wrench the bunks back. I'll like pull it back on. My sister helped me. Like super easy.
No
right?
big deal.
No big deal. So I pull in, I haven't been there in a while, but,
no.
and
Hello, old
this
friend.
is the old boat ramp I used to go to all the time, and then I pull in, and immediately I see cars like almost running from a murder like fast, like a tow truck. I was like, yeah! And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is that guy going so fast? And then it's chaos. And then I was like, why?
He said it was chaos at the boat ramp is what he called it.
And I'm like, why?
It's chaos at the boat ramp.
And I'm like, why are there so many people here? And why do they all seem like they everything they have is broken?
They're manic.
And then it dawned on me. everybody's doing the same shit I'm doing, is taking their broken shit to
zombie motors.
to the boat ramp after hours to fix it. Jet skis, smoky ass, too short jet skis.
It's all trash people.
The poorest people in Sanford taking their boats to fix them at the boat ramp at 6 p.m.
They're all lined up.
And I'm there too. I'm right there. So there's actually a fucking line to put your boat in at 6 p.m. I was like, why? And so then,
a line of broken boats.
Immediately, I start getting stressed because I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to leave the boat trailer in the water for a while, and people are going to be pissed because they need to get in, because the whole thing is you have to get in, get out to let the next person in, and they're waiting for you, pissed off, just looking at you out the window. I've been in that.
You should be better at this. What's taking you so long?
Yeah. And you know what helps you work more efficiently? A bunch of people looking at you, watching, hurrying you up. Anyway.
So where are you in line? Like what place?
So I get up there pretty quick because it's not like a packed Sunday, but there's more people than I actually like. For it to even be one person in line, I thought it was going to be deserted, me by myself.
Yeah, easy breezy.
But everybody is bringing their broken boats to fix after hours because the boat cops go home at night.
Yeah, they're not going to be there.
No stickers or anything, so everybody's bringing their boats to work on and run in the water and the trailers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, and it's like, you know how everybody says after 2 a.m., everybody on the road is drunk?
Yeah.
It was like after 6 p.m., everybody at the boat ramp has a broken boat. So
Were there any people drinking out there?
Oh yeah, the jet ski are drunk.
Oh, yeah.
But they were coming back drunk, so they were.
Right.
Anyway, so I pulled the boat in, and relatively, we get the boat off. I have my sister hold the lines. She puts the boat and ties it to the dock, so I can start fixing the trailer. Right. So I get in the water, and the problem is the water's high because it's raining so goddamn much.
Yeah.
So the steepness of the actual boat ramp is very gradual. So I have to put the back.
You gotta go way in.
The back tires of the truck are underwater because I have to go so far
it's
in.
covering your exhaust.
Yeah. So I'm in the water like Duke's high with the wrench trying to fix the bunks. Right. So as I'm doing this,
you got your nerd bucket hat on.
Yes.
As I'm doing this,
I can't seem to budge them.
a guy comes with the biggest fucking boat I've ever seen.
It's like a 40-footer.
Dude,
Goddamn yacht.
I'm not
in the lake.
joking. It's at least above 37-foot boat with a full cabin that has 2 windows on the bottom.
Oh my God.
A goddamn
yeah.
living room cabin underneath.
Jesus.
He has to have
John
a dually
Morgan?
to pull it.
He was
No, dude, trailing it with a Ford Explorer with rims. And he backs it up. And,
transmission's
by the way,
gone.
every hole in the boat has a green mildew stripe coming up. It's striped green mildew.
Love it.
And so he backs the fucking yacht in monstrosity old with striped mildew. He backs it in and then proceeds to put it on like the dock next to me, which basically
big boat.
is 5 feet from my boat now because those ramps and those areas aren't
thin,
big.
yeah.
They're made for like 2 bass boats because there's a fucking St. John's River, not a gigantic
you're not going
40-foot
in the ocean.
cuddy cabin, right? So this guy, he drops his boat on there, and it's obvious he's just fixing his hunk of shit, right? But for some reason, all of a sudden, his entire family loads aboard. Like,
he's going out to sea.
10 people.
He's got the St.
10 people get on the boat, and he's fucking around the engine. Black smoke is coming out. So I'm there, and now I run to the problem where I fix, or at least I think I fixed the bunks. I line them up. I'm like, all right, it looks like a good angle. Right? There's probably...
Is your sister just sitting in the truck?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She's
Air
smoking.
conditioner.
He's having a smoke. Get chilling out.
Yeah. And so she is so she's like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, it looks about lined up. And she's like, isn't there like a specific angle? I'm like, I eyeball it.
I didn't know you had to. I didn't know that. I thought that once they were installed, I mean, you're good to go. I didn't know that you were in there.
They move a little bit.
I don't know.
They flaps,
I mean, whatever I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
So just know that. Whatever I'm saying, it's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I get him where
What are
I
your
think
thoughts
it's good.
on dementia?
and then I get on the boat and I'm like, all right, now I have the boat covers on because my theory being I don't want to take all the boat covers off and then put them back
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Extra work,
because
yeah.
it's extra work.
Pain
so,
in the ass.
so I just just I basically just took the boat cover off, so just the driver's seat is exposed.
In case
So
you're
I
just joining us, Tom Van is half-assing it.
and then I'm like, all
Right?
right.
Isn't that what it feels like?
So I'm like, I don't have too much room, but I'll just drive the boat up there. So I
It does make sense to me, though. I mean, I'm trying to see
yeah.
both sides here, you know.
I drive the boat up, and then and my first try, it's sideways, right? And then my sister's like, I'm sideways, do it again. And so I'm like, and then I ram it again, and it's sideways.
You're power skidding it up?
And I'm
Put the trailer further in the water.
the problem is it floats. I don't know if you remember this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't put the weights on the trailer.
That's why.
Well, I
But he didn't want to do that because he's like,
I only do that 2 times a year.
yeah, like, I don't need to do it.
Goddamn do it.
I only do it 2 times a year, and one of them is going to be tomorrow, and
When I'm trying to fix something.
tired.
I point out your mistake already.
I'll
It's
complain
so
about
easy
this
to
later.
So I figured out if I could just power it on there, I don't need to drop it back on anyway. So
Why do you think they're broken in the first
it
place?
keeps going cockeyed.
Isn't that how you gouged it?
I mean, I don't.
By
Probably
power.
yes, Daniel. Probably is.
Oh, there's a chirp.
Well, no, I'm just saying. No, that's not a joke. I'm just saying
he's right.
If he
Well, I
gouged it that
know.
way and the trailer floats, then you have to put the weights in the
But he's
trailer.
already flustered.
Anyway, so it's
I'll shut up.
You're supposed to ratchet it up anyways.
it's sideways. About
Sideways, sideways, sideways. That's how I like my boat.
13 attempts later, I
13?
I finally say like, well, I think we should just deal with it sideways.
Good
rather
enough.
Wait a minute, it was
Good
already
enough.
Good enough.
Did I tell you that my brother dropped my dad's boat off his trailer because he did that?
Oh, really?
He dropped it over by
I worry about that.
South Chase.
Yeah, man,
South Chase. He
I've
dropped it
heard
right
of
over there.
half-assing. Quarter-assing is something that's new to me.
Yeah.
That's new.
Don't do that.
So
It's a
So
nice-ass boat.
I then decide before I pull it out sideways and drop it on the floor.
Oh my god.
That I'm
Oh,
go-
and like there's people on Qualified Captain that carry the boat by dragging it
Oh,
all the way down the Have you seen that?
Oh,
That came
yeah,
out
sorry,
this week.
The fiberglass.
Yeah,
they
came out
scraped the
this week.
fiberglass off the whole
And
bottom.
they got 4 people, one on each corner, and then they just slide it down the boat ramp and just drag it all the way down.
Oh, God.
What's funny is that even people that could see themselves in that same position look at that and like fucking idiot.
Yeah. You would do it too, though. Yeah.
I know.
way.
What does,
Of course, yeah.
like even the idiots judge you.
Yeah.
Because they yell advice at you, and by the way, it's coming. Because they yell advice at you, they have no idea what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I
is
decide I
fantastic.
need to climb out the boat and then see for myself before
Covers are still on.
Because my sister's like, I can't see. You're too far in the water. I can't see if you're on the bunks.
And
It
the
covers
engine's
them.
still running. You have it in idle.
Yeah, I have an idle.
You
but-
know, I could have stood there with your sister and smoked to Parliament.
Please,
and kept my laugh.
yeah,
I
right?
love a
Watch
good
this.
Parliament was
Yeah,
my
I would
brand.
love
I think
watching
that's her
you.
brand, and that was
By
my
the way,
brand.
people are waiting. People are screaming. The guy next to me is blasting his music. By the way, because he's
What's he
having
got on?
at the Mildew yacht. He's got a full. I mean, reggaeton.
I like it.
called it,
But
yeah.
he is blasting it with his family
He
in
said
the
Port
Mildew.
Explorer,
While
Move it, gringo.
black smoke billows from there. Then he took off later, and I'll tell you. Anyway, so I have to climb over the center console of my boat on the windshield, crawling
no.
on the goddamn covers. Out the front of the boat, look down, and I'm like, fuck, it's way too fucked up. Climb back up. And by the way, people are waiting, somebody yelling over here.
Hey,
some guy,
take your fucking
"Beto,
cover
Beto,"
up.
and then and by the way, other people are having the same amount of chaos I am because they're trying to fix their broken shit and things are going awry. I'm not the only human with the orb. All these people got the orb, and people are screaming loud. They are revving their engine. It's like, yeah! Oh, hey! And then it's
Hey,
screaming.
that's headroom. Get out the fucking way.
So I get back in, and I'm like, and so then this guy pulls up with the John boat, and I'm calling him a Puerto Rican grandpa real man.
Okay.
So he pulls up with John boat with like 5 of his grandsons, and this guy looks like a
powerful sperm
Ernest
man.
Hemingway.
This guy looks like a
We
straight up.
only make men.
Yeah, a real man, like a gray mustache, gray hair.
It's like the dad in Luca.
Yeah, but like distinguished,
Missing an arm.
real, yeah. So I pull my boat on. I'm still having the problem, trying to get it on. So then he starts yelling
This is worse than
directions at me in Spanish because he
Yes.
sees I have a problem.
Yeah.
And then so
Well, you know Spanish. You had a Spanish nanny for 3 years.
Yeah, I lost it quick.
You lived in Miami.
So he starts yelling, but I get kind of what he's saying, but then he realized, like, I don't know Spanish. And then so he starts yelling and telling me, like, he's like, turn the wheel.
Hand
And then
signals,
he's
yeah.
like, put it down. Fucking
Yeah.
And then when a real man,
Open the throttle.
when a real man yells at me,
Pee your pants.
I do what he says because I'm just trained to do. Like, if any real man yells at me, I will do exactly what he's saying to do because I get nervous and I'm already fucking flustered. And then I also assume he knows what he's doing.
This is what. By the way, this is why he didn't want me there. It wasn't that he didn't necessarily want to put me through that. He doesn't want me to witness
And by
being
the way-
cuckolded by the Puerto Rican real
Where's the
grandpa.
spoon?
I am max flustered at this point. Like
Max flustered.
I keep forgetting to
That's
turn
who
the
his
motor
son's-
off.
That's who his son's
Yeah.
named after.
I keep like pushing the gas of the
Yeah.
motor
It's
up.
like
It's like,
you're on-
yeah!
It's like you're on stage and the spotlight's on you.
I'm putting the motor down while I'm starting the motor dry because I keep putting it up and down, thinking that we're gonna pull. That we're gonna pull. I'm like, don't leave the. Anyway, so he starts yelling at me. Then he starts like, he's like, back the truck up while you. And by the way, it's all in Spanish, but I'm garnering what he's saying.
Yeah.
Guessing. He's like, back the truck up, then go down.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Broke it
Where's
up.
your spray? Where's your
Wow.
spray?
That was great.
So
Did
then
it.
he sends one of his grandsons over to help winch the boat.
Oh
right?
God, you've got kids working for you
Yeah.
now.
So I'm just
Child labor.
I'm assuming the grandson
Wait,
knows what
how
he's
old
doing.
is his grandson? Please tell me he's 7 like Tommy.
No, he's like
And he looks
he's like a
just like
teen.
him.
Right.
He's like a teen.
Oh, you're a good
14,
answer.
15.
But he's not. He doesn't look like he's like a fisherman. He looks like he is a TikTok teen that went out with his real man Puerto Rican granddad.
Right.
And so he doesn't really know.
Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like he's had like a hat with a hook in it.
Yeah.
Like he's like a salty
Yeah,
fisherman
he's
or whatever.
more concerned about pop smoke.
yeah.
And
So he's just listening to his granddad yell instructions at him, right? So
he didn't want to be out there.
So my sister's backing up the truck. I'm pulling it up, and then I'm like, I'm asking him, the teen. I'm like, is it look straight? He's like, look straight to me. And then so he starts winding like the hook. Attaches the hook
What
and
a
starts
good boy.
cranking it up, right? So then I'm like, all right. So I tell my sister to pull the boat out. So she pulls it out. I jump off the boat, and then I realize the teen. He fed the hook and the strap through over the top
oh no.
of the blue wheel where the bow sits on, and then hooked it on. So then he ratcheted it up,
Not enough.
and now the boat is sitting on the strap on the hook. Not right, but the strap is supposed to go under,
Yes.
and then the bow is supposed to sit on the
top
blue
of it,
weel.
yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, fuck. so
So
I'm
it's
like,
straight, but it's just it's winched wrong.
is winched wrong, and I'm like, there's no way to even get the boat off
You
now
have to back it
because
up again.
all the weight is on the boat. So even like the marina can't get the shit off. Like no one can. So then I'm like, well, fuck. So then they start leaving, and
No more.
and I'm like backing up again. So
I hope they think that they helped you get out. They're like, hola!
Oh, they thought
like,
they were
they're
heroes.
waving. Yeah, they're like, and they're driving away. They feel so good that they helped you out.
So I tell my sister, I'm back it up, back it up, back it up, and then she backs it up, but I need the whole boat to float before I can get the strap off,
push it
right?
up,
So I'm
yeah.
like, back it up, back it up. So my sister backs it up where the back wheels are basically under the water of the truck, and then the entire boat and trailer
Are
start floating
Floating, yeah.
and floating sideways, in
Tom
which
Van.
elicited screams from everybody on the thing.
come on,
Like,
you were supposed to be done."
and then they're screaming at me that the boat is floating. Like I was David Blaine showing them magic to the Cowboys offensive line. They blew everybody's mind that the fucking trailer, then the boat was floating.
a boat and a trailer. That boat float, man. He's fucking crazy.
So then I get the goddamn winch off, and then my sister telling
And
her
then they
to pull
do that thing afterwards where they're like, I saw Tom Van's magic at the boat ramp. He was amazing.
And so, this is
Jesus
40 minutes of this, maybe 45. I didn't. And
I like how your sister is definitely Like it's female Tom Van. Like she's
She's
unfazed by all of
She's
it.
going in and out, in and
Yeah,
out.
she's unfazed by all this. Calm, cool as a
Smoke
cucumber.
a cigarette.
I love Jim, man. She's awesome.
So finally,
Stone cold.
my sister. There's no one else at the boat ramp. It's like
God,
like
everybody
7
left.
o'clock.
I hope she gives you in the
Nightfall.
water and drives
By the
away.
way, it didn't help that the wind is blowing, so it's blowing me sideways. So every time, and then what I realized is those front bunks that I thought they're all jacked up. They're in the wrong position. So every time I was trying to get on, it was
Are they just loose
knocking me off.
flopping all around?
No, it's just they got discombobulated or whatever, and they're in the wrong placement, and it was fucking it up the whole time.
It's
and
a 3-person job if that's the case.
What are you gonna
Yeah.
do now?
I was just gonna throw money at it.
Oh, I thought you were just. I'm just gonna
still
throw
the
it all
boat's still
away.
there. Oh, believe me, I wanted to just walk into the ocean.
Wait, the boat is
You were
still
in the
at
ocean?
No, I was at the St. John's, but I just wanted to slowly die. I thought about leaving. I was like, how can I commit insurance fraud?
Maybe that's what happened to your dad.
I was like, please.
Oh my God.
Maybe he's still alive.
He's living the
Yeah, he
dream.
said, "Fuck this boat. It's too much work."
There are plenty of real men that live in the Bahamas alone.
Well, believe me, I yelled at my sister. Anyway, so
The boat's at your house now?
No, I got it back on. I winched it back on. It's still a little cockeyed. I took it to the fucking marina, and then I called them, and I was like, "Hey, there's this problem."
Yeah, there you go.
And then I'll sure pay my ass for whatever
Oh,
it is.
my God.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It,
I'm sorry, buddy.
Hey, listen, I did I'm like, what am I doing wrong? The only thing that made me feel better is that Seth is gonna go through this. Seriously, because I'm like, this is for sure. Although he's got
number of people that have called about his particular
he's going
boat.
out today for the first time.
Okay, he's probably
Please tell me what.
Yeah,
he's on his way
I'm
right.
going to watch.
I think he's on his way right now. Here's the thing: we've had emails and voicemails from multiple people saying this particular type of boat that Seth has. Maybe a little bit more advanced in the driving department, dipping the nose down, the way that you got to have it.
You got to work the trim tabs. And all that stuff,
weighted with the bladders and the this and the that.
Yeah, but that's if you want to wakeboard properly and get the perfect amount of wake. He's just driving it to a sandbar and getting
Parking
out.
it,
You know
getting
what I'm saying?
out with his dog.
He's got way too much technology in that boat just to drive to a sandbar. I mean, you could have done the same thing with a goddamn John boat or any boat, just a small ski boat.
You need nothing.
But also, Seth has new shit, or at least, it's way more expensive than mine, so that may save him because newer stuff works better.
Yeah.
Did he buy a trailer with the boat? Did the trailer come with the boat?
Yeah. Like, it was made, and mine is, I don't know. I mean,
But he doesn't know yet, if his floats or anything, or...
No, he'll find out, though. that was the only...
he'll know.
The only thing that kept me from just jumping in the river was the fact that I'm like, oh, Seth is going to go through this, and that makes me very happy.
Now, I'm going to ask you
Schadenfreude.
something you may not want
Could just be me, though.
Something you may not want to know, but or hear, but I'll ask it. If you had weighted your trailer from jump, would you have had any of this?
Well, maybe the same problem because the front bunks are all fucked up.
So they were already fucked up.
So that's the problem that was causing me to not be able to line the boat up right and is constantly just being sideways the whole time.
Gotcha.
And it was a little off. I just took it there anyway. But I could. Anyway, that's all I could do. It's fine.
But hey, you got to fix it. It's at the marina. It's
I
fine.
mean, yeah. I mean, it's there. I abandoned it. And then
You
I
abandoned your
screamed.
boy.
I screamed, why do I have this shit?
I've
It's pure
abandoned my
misery.
boy.
And then only to get home like
Get crowed at.
8:45 at night for my sons to be like, I miss you, Dad.
Aw.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ. What,
Normally they're just glued to the video games, right?
Yeah. I think
Well, they
Crystal
made their
told them
dad
to
and
say
a
that.
boat in Minecraft.
That's funny to guilt trip you.
Yeah, because she
Maybe
knows.
she doesn't want the boat anymore either.
Well, she knows that, maybe I should have done things differently. I got at least
Self-realization.
my it's fine mentality has gotten me into a lot of
It's
problems,
not working out.
Yeah.
including almost burning down Samantha's second car.
Yeah.
You want to dovetail into that?
Well, she asked to borrow the pressure washer.
And I almost didn't because you've been having a lot of problems lately, and I didn't want to ask you for something.
That's
I
true.
put more stress on you by asking
hey.
to
No,
borrow
that's
something
not
from
that.
you.
That's more load the pressure washer in my truck. That's no stress.
Well, no, but it is true.
Well,
Comparatively,
to
that's
remind you and stuff, and
Yeah.
if you would have forgot, you would have beat yourself up
She
about
said
it.
that. like, I don't want to bother him. You know,
That's a
he's-
vacation for me. Comparatively,
All I have to do is load one little
loading a pressure washer in the morning is
pounds.
that's a glad vacation for me that I'll take at any point because I could do that anyway. But when I got it here, and it was the day that Daniel.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
yesterday. And where was
Getting his hair cut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to get a haircut.
So me and Tom sat in silence for an hour.
And you said you guys loved it. Like you said it was like better than
It's like meditation.
Yeah, better than having me here.
No chirping.
I got some chirp relief.
There's no small thing. Me and Samantha
Yeah.
literally sat. The only thing we hear is typing and then her small music playing.
Playing in the
Whoa,
background.
Little
whoa.
Doja Cat.
Little Doja Cat.
On volume 1.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, all right, I'll load the pressure washer now. Let's go do it. So I take it out of my truck.
And
you
I
guys-
asked specifically, I'm like, should we stand this thing up in my car?
Oh no!
I mean, I was like,
already
it's
know.
not a refrigerator. It's fine. Like, you know,
I didn't know. Look, I've never
No,
used
no.
one,
Yeah.
so I asked.
It's not an
because
old
it
plasma
was,
TV.
It was standing up. It was standing up in the back of his truck.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Let's tilt this lawnmower sideways and see if the gas drains out.
He
Well-
did that. He tilted my lawnmower sideways and he blew it up. Remember that? He sprayed
Yes!
the
No,
carb
you could-
cleaner
yeah,
in and
yeah.
he lit it on fire
Have
while
you
I
not
pulled the
learned
string.
any lessons?
The
No.
string broke and the whole
Are
thing.
you a goldfish? You forget as soon as something bad
You can
happens?
tell. No, you just can't do a refrigerator sideways. And then if you do, you just gotta
We
let it
just
sit.
gave you 3 examples right there.
If you turn the gas off at the petcock, then it's fine.
Hold on. Butler's chiming in the chat and said that you also did it to his truck.
Yeah, he did spill gas in Butler's truck. That's true.
I only remembered when I spilled gas in your truck.
Wait a minute.
And then I dawned on me, I was like, I did this to Butler too. But I didn't say anything. because
So this is a pattern. Okay.
Oh, I almost sprayed
because I'm
Mountain Dew
like,
everywhere.
that is
Jesus.
pretty stupid to do twice.
Yes!
Hey, I think
I did
this
it
is
3
why
times.
my wife
already established this.
tells my sons to tell me how disappointed they are. Because I'm driving everybody around me crazy. Because I'm burning their shit down. I'm fucking everything up.
Yeah, so you did
So-
do that to Butler's, but it wasn't inside the actual cab.
Yeah, it was in the truck. And I
Oh, the
carried
bed.
The
Okay.
bed of the truck.
Yeah.
And I didn't give a fuck when I put it in. To you, I actually cared to you.
Yes, you did. You were
because I was
trying
like-
to find a way. Yeah.
Because I was like, maybe we should tilt it so it doesn't spill gas.
Right.
But
And you were
then-
checking the cap and making sure
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
okay.
And then
Oh
I'm
wow, what a real! He checked the cap. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
nice
Yeah.
job.
But
Then
Brad.
he
Gasoline
said
doesn't
maybe
come
we
from
should get a
other parts.
box to wedge in between to try and prop it up some more, but then we didn't.
of course not.
I often tell you a solution that may work. Too lazy to do it.
Yeah, never follows through.
Yeah.
Never follows through.
Half-assed it.
Quarter asses it.
I come up with a solution that may work, then
Like,
think about how much work that is,
Well, no, Sam,
and then like that probably won't work.
Apology, pardon, but you're incorrect. Half-assing it would have been wedging a box
Yeah.
between it to stand it up. That's called half-assing it. Quarter-assing it is thinking of the box and then not doing
Right,
it.
It was too tall to stand up, so it could only, but it could be propped up a little bit, I guess, so the gas would spill out all over it.
I mean, you could have just offered to run it by your house.
That would have I would have felt worse about that because he was going to work on his boat after work
Well,
yesterday.
I mean, yeah, I figured we could fit it in a car. The seats go down. We could get it in there. How
big is this
And then
thing?
it's a small little, 2,700 psi pressure washer you buy at Home Depot. Whatever's like the handheld one with
2
the 2
feet
wheels.
by like 3 feet.
Yeah. Anyway, I put it in there, turned the gas off, and I was like, the gas is off. It shouldn't spill out. And then we laid it down, and then I watched
no.
it. I looked at it for a
he
second.
did, and he goes, "Well, if it's gonna spill, it would spill now."
2 Mississippi.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, well, what,
We're good.
just start spilling. I'm like, if it's not spilling now, why would it spill
fine.
down the road?
Acceleration and deceleration in a car.
That's exactly what
no
happened.
sloshing.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. The sloshing is what got me.
But also, I barely had any gas because I learned.
It sounded like a shit ton. And then I looked in my rearview mirror and it's just fucking waterfall of gas coming out. And then
Apologize.
it started raining, so I couldn't put my windows down, so I'm getting high as shit off gasoline.
Yeah.
I had to pull over,
Yeah, I'm
readjust my
Carbon
seats.
dioxide poisoning.
I felt bad about that. Listen, I beat myself up in my head when you told me that. I was like,
I
fuck.
almost didn't tell you. I almost
Yeah,
didn't tell you.
yeah.
But then I had to steam clean my fucking car when I got home.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, I did say, why did I do this to her? why did I do this to everybody?
All you had to do is
Why did I
a
do it to my
little bit of
sister?
effort. Just a little bit more effort.
Why did I think it's fine when I've done this before and it's not fine? Anyway. Oh, my
God.
Anyway, the warp came back strong.
I'm sorry,
got me
buddy.
good. That's fine.
Car didn't blow up.
It's
so-
fine.
You wanna dovetail into a little bit of positive news,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we can do a toast, and then take our first break.
Yes, I like.
All right. This came across my desk yesterday afternoon, and this is super cool. This is really, really cool. It says, this is a press release. It says, for immediate release, the Loyal Ladies Society of Tom and Dan adopt Oviedo Road. Ladies commit to 2-year road cleanup operation. This is Byline, Orlando, Florida, August 25th. The Loyal Ladies Society of Tom and Dan today announced that they have entered into a 2-year road cleanup contract with the city of Oviedo. The ladies, who are loyal supporters of A Mediocre Time, AMT, with Tom and Dan, came up with the idea following an incident where AMT host Daniel Dennis called out a man throwing trash out of his vehicle. Starting in October 2021, the ladies will pick up litter along the Oviedo Mall Boulevard 6 times per year. And this is a quote. Even though this might have been the weirdest thing I've ever signed up for, our group has primarily been socially minded, so we are excited for this to be the first of our many volunteer projects where we can give back to the Orlando community, says Jennifer Ulmer, project coordinator. Malls may be dead, but litter bugs are not. The road adoption will be announced on the City of Orlando's social media channels and be included in the Oviedo News. A sign signifying the Loyal Ladies Society of Tom and Dan will be fabricated and placed on the road adopted. Ladies can sign up to be a Tom and Dan BDM and then join the Side Chicks group for more information on how to get involved. And if you want to know more about
That is awesome.
show at tomanddan.com and I will point you in the right direction.
It's an adopt a highway near the Oviedo
Yeah,
Mall.
and they, so your move, CBE, because the ladies are
Yeah,
organized.
the Side Chicks group. That's awesome.
Or volunteering to pick up your trash.
Well done,
Doing
ladies.
community service.
And my wife mentioned this to me, and I'm going to go out there with May, and me and May are going to pick
All
up
right.
some trash with the ladies whenever they decide to do this. And if you'd like to join, you're more than welcome to join.
If I paid someone to do it for me, that still counts, right? Like instead of me.
That's quarter-assing it.
That's called the cardboard box idea.
No.
I mean, that guy.
You might as well
is
just
being-
dump your tires on the side of the road right there and say, I'm helping.
But he'll work harder than I will. I'll get like a guy who, works hard for a living to go. I'll pay him $100 to go pick up trash. In fact, I could pay him and a bunch of people to just do it, so the side chicks don't have to go do it themselves.
I think
that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're missing the point of it.
Well,
You know what? I'm glad you're not in the group.
Just go to Truly before you go there and
Yeah.
get a pill or whatever, and
Yeah.
and then for an hour listen to podcasts as you pick up trash.
Yeah.
You don't have to bend over. Just get one of those little grabber things.
Can I have like a side by side so I could
Yeah.
have to walk?
You can bring that if you have
You're
a four-wheeler.
ruining the whole idea.
I've seen
No, you
county,
bring a four-wheeler.
county
I've seen
workers
it.
do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's legal.
You know what I saw? Okay, I'm glad you brought this up. The guy on Lakemont that drives in the golf cart and picks up trash
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the trash picker up. He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
driving the other day and he dropped his trash pickers, the little things, and he just kept rolling. And I'm like,
He
whoa.
littered with the litter picker upper.
I was like, that's really lazy.
I like that guy.
I was on my way to Bagel King up here. The guy had the ones with the little green suction thingies.
Yeah, little
and he's picking up stuff and he drops them and he just keeps going. I'm like,
Oh.
all right. Weird
not-
flex, bro.
That sounds like a dream job. I would love just to drive a golf cart around and pick up trash with a grabber.
Should we do our toast?
Let's do it.
All right. This is
So this is our 1941 vodka from ABC. We mixed it with some cranberry juice. Very simple vodka cranberry. You guys
All right.
know it.
Indeed.
Here's to me, here's to you. Here's to the guys we fucking screw. Here's to them for fucking us over. And here's to us for never being sober.
No, right.
902-1041.
Rock and roll.
Rock
Oh,
and
that's
roll.
good vodka.
90185.
That's good.
All
Use
right.
our hashtag TDABC when you pick some up.
Shout out to the guy that
Indeed.
bought the 1941 vodka the other day.
Yeah, we had a listener that picked it up.
We see that, and when you put that on social, we send it to ABC, and
Yep.
they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
cool, it's working." Like,
helps, yeah.
it's one person, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they listened to it, it worked." Like, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it does.
Like, people think that you need hundreds of people.
No.
you need a couple people, and then them proving that it works. And we talked about it; they bought it.
For
I was
us,
like, all right,
for us, one person works.
Yeah.
Like your normal vote, nah, it doesn't count. This is the name of the band is
No, yeah.
Destroy. You need thousands of those.
Yeah.
The
Never
na-
comes down to one. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
we beat
yeah.
you by one.
No, not.
It's
not-
like tens
yeah.
of thousands.
It's
like,
not a thing.
and that's close.
Yeah, and even that's rigged. This is Destroy Boys. The name of the song is Locker Room Bully. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time right after this. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
That was Quicksand, the name of the song, Lightning Field, off of their Distant Populations album. Before that, and starting off the break, you heard Locker Room Bully with Destroy Boys. Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Let's do some voicemail.
Okay. Little mail on mail type deal.
Yeah.
You want to go back and forth? We can do that. I got that ready to go.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Long dial tone.
Mail on Mail brought to you by Hourglass Brewing, where you can grab some Eric Pabone art prints of the show.
You can also grab my gibbet.
Yep.
There's 3 different prints, 50 each, so not a lot. So get up there and get you a print.
Yeah, they're at both locations, the Longwood location and Orlando location. And all you have to do is buy beer and ask for Tom and Dan piece of art. Which Eric Pabone clowned me because they're all of me. One being peeing my
Pissing
pants.
your pants, looking like a door.
My buddy Andres sent me a text. I guess he saw that on social media, and he's like, hey, what's up with this, bro? You know, because
Hey, why you got people clowning
Why
you?
are you letting them do this to you, man?
Because you know, he doesn't understand. Like he's like, I thought you
We're a boss of
I
a
thought you were
company.
one of the owners of
Respectable
this.
business.
It's not in his.
No.
You get your house in order, man.
We did hear your story at the beginning
Real
of the segment.
man. Peruvian.
Yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't. He's like, why are you taking instruction
I
from
mean,
women?
when you Peruvian people, they cook their fish with lime juice. That's how real men they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's,
No, he gets yelled at by his wife.
Oh, for sure.
Fire.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
He pretends he doesn't get yelled at.
Cuban lady screaming.
yeah.
But she's beautiful. But she's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
I need
Let's
some
do
caffeine.
something.
Do we have any caffeine in here?
Yeah.
I'm sure we do. You want to grab you something?
No. I'll get it later. Or I'll run during an email.
Yeah, we got it.
Or I'll run when EJ opens his mouth because I don't care about anything he has
Wow.
to say.
Let's do some.
I've done nothing
voicemail.
to you. I showed up when someone didn't.
All right, let's do voicemails. I got good ones for you, and let's start with. Let's go this one.
Hey, Tom and Dan. Listening to the AMT episode from, I don't know, whatever, Tuesday, talking to Nerd Jock with EJ, and you guys were talking about the Hood Olympics with the crates.
Yes.
I would highly recommend ignoring the sad ones where people eat shit and watching the ones of skateboarders in New York City do it. Follow Quarter Snacks.
Is this TJ
on
Miller?
Instagram. It's like a cool New York City skate street account. And there was like a huge.
I think this is the same guy that
Yeah, it
called
is.
in
Party
that,
voice,
that
yeah.
had the party
Oh,
voice.
You
yeah,
want to
yeah.
hang out with him,
Yeah.
My voice.
But I
With
don't
all
wanna
these,
hang out with TJ
young
Miller, to be fair.
skateboard kids from the city doing it on mega size stacks of these crates. And these are talented skateboard kids with excellent balance and no fear. And it is way more fun and satisfying than watching some sad fat people at a barbecue do it. Anyways, love you all. Bye.
Yeah.
Well,
Disagree. I like watching people fail.
Yeah, isn't the whole point for the fat guy at the barbecue to fall and land on his flanks and us laugh at him?
I saw the Colts mascot do it, and he did it successfully, and I wasn't impressed with it. I was like, meh.
Yeah.
Because he has cushion if he fell, and if
That's
he
true.
gets it done,
But also, when I see people do something successfully, it seems easy to me and then unimpressive.
Well, you don't believe him as much, right? Because so many people have faked
Fabricated
or
it,
or photoshopped, or you go in there and you edit it.
They
and
glued all the boxes together to keep it safe.
Yeah, you do whatever you can. So when you see the guys fall, you know it wasn't faked because nobody. So that's why I think there's a psychology there of knowing that it's authentic. That plays into it because the other ones are always especially now. I mean, look at all of us with the news. We're all skeptics, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the whole terms of fake news and everything. And no matter what direction you go in, you're more skeptical now probably than you would have ever been 20 years ago or something like that.
And the reason why this is so popular is because it's set up for you to fall in the most painful way which is the way that there's no possible way to get your feet underneath you because they are rocketed to the side by the thing you were standing on.
Yeah.
So then that makes you fall.
And your ribs are exposed really well.
Either on your side or your head, and then you usually fall on the goddamn milk crates.
It's one of the first moves that every kid does on a skateboard that they receive as a present. You go to stand on it, and the whole thing rockets out from under you. But by the way, this is a twofold part problem, the skateboard that you get on Christmas morning. And this happens probably more on the 25th of December than any other time. You get the skateboard, you go outside with your mom or your dad, you stand on the skateboard, you flip, the skateboard goes out from under you, it rockets backwards into your dad's shins.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's angry.
How hard is this to do, really? Like,
I mean, we could set it up and try it. Plenty of people have been offering me
It's
crates.
fairly hard.
I would imagine
fairly
it's.
hard,
I would
yeah.
imagine.
could I do it?
Yeah,
No,
I
you
think he
definitely
could.
could not.
think
You're
you
not. You're not.
fall.
You're too. He's too stiff.
No, I think he could with practice.
I have
He'd
good
get
balance.
Yeah, he has
You
good
have
balance.
good balance, but I think
What
the stiffness
makes
of
you
your
guys
legs
think
would
he
mess
has
it
good
up.
balance?
Well, the one wheel you need good balance.
Well, he's good at like wakeboarding
Not really.
and stuff
Kind
like
of does
that. So I've
most
seen
of
him
the
do that.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, wakeboard. Yeah, I couldn't even get up.
I
could get up.
I think you could do it.
Yeah. Like,
Well, we can test it out, buddy.
I can still do a backflip off a bridge.
I'll make a
you know.
bet with you because I don't think you can do it.
Oh, wow.
Well, like
what's
that.
the bet?
He got his gambling going.
yeah. Like, I'll,
Is it a Super Bowl scenario?
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm going.
Tell me what the bet would be, and then maybe I'll do it. I like a good bet.
No,
just think about it.
All right,
and then,
I'll sit on it. Well, what am I going to get out of it if he loses?
I mean,
What do you want?
I don't want
mine's
tan lines.
No, you don't. You certainly don't want that.
mine's an extra.
We can see
tan.
them already.
What?
Like, there's
Yeah.
no, it's just brown, like more brown than it should be.
You know, wash your genitals.
Yeah,
No,
it
no,
looks like
it's
a, it looks like a
something-
drowned earthworm.
Anyway, first,
Email?
Email, yeah.
Okay, this says too gross
You
for
got
Weird
nervous.
Job Wednesday. Hey, Tom, Dan, Butler, and Sam. I mentioned in a previous Weird Job in the chat the other day, and while I'd love to call in and tell the story, it might make people too grossed out. So here it is to read for BDMs or whomever is sick enough. I worked as an esthetician for a small med spa. I should have known this wasn't exactly above board since I had no experience or certification, but the doctor in charge said she'd rather train her own assistants.
Yeah, they like to use that move in a lot of like even like I've
do
seen,
it my way. Doesn't matter what you were trained before.
I've seen some veterinarians even do this where they're like, well, no, our assistants are our assistants. We'd like to train them in our method.
Yeah.
You know, rather than having to retrain them. It's just I think it's just kind of a more upscale way of saying you're okay with hiring people that don't know shit. And you'll train them yourself on the job.
There's
right?
also an ego thing with,
Yes.
like, and I know a couple
my
people.
system.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that work in like some sort of healthcare industry, whether it be like sonograms or like those kind of things, like your side healthcare, where like X-ray techs and all these stuff, and like they work for an independent doctor, like an OBGYN or whatever. Like usually there's a doctor that runs. Like it's his business or her business, and they have employees and all the techs and stuff.
Yeah.
But that doctor does things their own way, and sometimes could be crazy or egomaniac or whatever. Just like, but it's all their rules, and they're running the business and telling you how to do the medical stuff too their way, which is weird.
It's not just doctors. My wife is dealing with that right now with
My
graphic
mom? Did
design.
you say my mom?
Yeah, I almost said mom.
You know,
We all do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just look.
Well, she takes care of me too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we know. I can see your haircut. I know.
I also should have figured from the pay that something was amiss. $13 per hour, but I was a major poro and just had a baby a few months prior, so whatever. I was trained to pop pimples, perform chemical peels, remove unwanted hair, and shave patients who couldn't reach areas, assist with lip fillers and Botox, and even sat in on a minimally invasive facelift.
You gonna shave some old lady's butthole? I'm not shaving an old lady's butthole.
But what did me in was this.
No, I wouldn't.
A man had come in seeking scar removal. He had giant keloids on his arms, think cauliflower ear, but on his shoulders. Beneath these keloids were remnants of old tattoos that he attempted to remove via salibration. Sal as in salt, abrasion as in scrape.
Oh, yeah. People salt scrape their tattoos.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them off him.
Never like
I hadn't heard of that either.
themselves.
Yeah.
What do you put like salt, like sandpaper?
You can use like rock salt.
He had
I think.
used sandpaper to rough up the skin, then
Yeah.
packed the wounds with popcorn salt to remove these old tattoos, and then the scars that were left were about an inch deep and a few inches in diameter on each arm.
Oh my God!
I've got a couple tattoos on me right now, packed full of salt. It's painful.
To minimize scars, you just need fresh skin. So we inflated saline balloons into his arms, a few cc's each week, until we'd be able to stretch it enough to remove the keloid and stitch the new clean skin together.
Gross.
Straightforward
That is
process.
gross.
The day of the procedure came, and my job was to be the medical assistant during the scar excision. For this, the doctor used a cauterizing scalpel and began to slowly chisel out the dead skin. While scar tissue is thick and lacks any real feeling, the skin around it was very tender, so we'd inject anesthetic every few minutes to numb the section before proceeding. This is where it went off the rails.
Warning.
I simply had to hold a small vacuum to the wound to suck up the smoke from the scalpel when an injection of the anesthetic hit an open capillary and shot up, squirting both the medicine and blood into my face.
Oh my God.
Luckily, I was wearing goggles,
shield,
but it caught
please.
me off guard and I moved the vacuum. Not only was it sucking up the smoke, but the smell of literal burning flesh, which I inhaled with my gasp of shock of being shot in the face with watery blood. I felt my stomach contents come up. My cheeks puffed up to max capacity.
Your cartoon.
Chipmunk.
I had I had a look of panic and shot a glance at the other assistant who silently motioned towards the door, and I booked it, dry heaving and crying tears that tasted like barbecued human. This maybe was a total of 3 seconds of my life, but it took years from me as I retched in the office bathroom, gargling water and spitting out a smell taste that simply would not go away.
Yeah.
I quit a few weeks later, never getting to see the final results of the procedure. Arm number 2 is scheduled for a later date.
Oh my God.
I can still remember the taste every time I smell even the faintest of overcooked meat. That was Pig Tits Christine, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know how to recover from that.
Man.
Some people have to deal with humans for their job and like the gross. Seriously,
You fucking robot. Yeah, most people have to deal with humans.
Well,
for
I
their
mean,
job.
like specifically
humans,
medical. Like, hey, let me like shave around
cut your
the bow.
wounds out.
Yeah, like the
Shave
gross.
around it. What do you want to?
I'm saying-
Shave around it and make on it a flat top. What? You gonna have a little bit of hair there?
You have to,
like a putting green.
do some sort of procedure or care for humans, and it's gross.
Yeah.
And like way grosser than animals for me.
I
Like,
think there should be a cutoff date for old men and women to get their butthole shaved. I feel like it should get to a point where it's like, well, no, you're just letting it grow now. That's the law.
I mean, if you're paying for it, right?
No, you should not be allowed to pay for that. I just feel like that's weird, man. I see the pornos where the old ladies are still doing it, and there's nothing good about any of that. Perv grands, perv nanas. I think it's perv nanas.
Rather be no hair than hair,
perv
right?
nanas.
Yeah.
There's a news site called Perv Nanas.
Do they use bananas?
No, it's not. It's perv nanas, and they're old granny, like
Grannies,
hot
yeah.
old grannies, and they're always like
I'm
trying
looking it
on.
up.
They're all trying on like clothing hauls from the mall in front of their their grandson who's wearing a COVID mask.
Yeah, pervnana.com.
Yeah,
you're right.
perv nana.
Let's do another voicemail.
All right, hold on. We gotta grab these.
Oh, not bad.
Are you in
Not
there?
bad
Yeah,
nanas.
It's not. No, they're not bad at all.
These are nanas.
They're nanas.
Hey guys, this is Steven Winter Park.
Oh, hold on. No, I can't do that one. That one's about he used our sponsors and didn't get his plant, and I just need to kindly email him back and tell him to use the link at tomanddan.com.
What do you think he was just going to get one in the mail? Like you have to fill out the form and tell him.
Yeah, I think he did.
Hey, could you send me a sticker without giving my address?
Yeah.
That happens
all the time.
People
Every week.
email us like,
Every
send me a
week.
sticker.
I know. Every
I'm like,
week.
Why do you
all right.
think I
Or
brought it up?
they email me their email address.
Yeah. And then she sends him a picture of the sticker. She says, print this out.
Yeah, here's an email. Here's
try
a
this.
PDF.
Idea for Daniel Dennis to do a new Tom Van song called PP Pants Dance. Here we go. PP Pants, dun 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 dun, PP Pants, dun 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 dun. All right, that's like a little chorus shit, and here goes a little something to get you started off with the verse. My name is TC, here to show you that PP Pants Dance. We'll do that one more time for you. My name is TC, here to show you that
Hold on, I'm writing this.
PP Pants Dance.
Hold on, go back.
I'm glad.
Damn, start over.
One more time.
I need this.
I'm glad Daniel plays these because it lets everybody appreciate Daniel way more. Seriously, right? That's why we need a regular fat dad.
Something to get me started.
No, we need a regular fat dad running in the Olympics so everybody can see what the normal person comes up with or
But
can
is
do.
that real, or are they doing it on purpose because they know it's bad? Are they doing it as a joke?
He thinks it's good.
This was a 10.
Yeah.
I think he thought this was a 10.
Yeah. He's like,
It's no Leprechaun Baby, that's for sure.
It isn't. But I think when he sent this message, he was like, either Daniel records this or Justin Bieber, and I like Daniel more. That's what he thought. He had high hopes for this.
Sometimes I'm shocked by how funny the internet is, because but it makes sense because like memes and jokes and stuff that get shared, it's like it's kind of like hive mind, where you hive mind comedy. The entire world is making memes, and the best go to the top or get the most views, and everybody's good for one really funny joke. Everyone,
7 billion people on the planet.
Observation,
one good thing,
and people come up with funny ass shit, but for the most part, people aren't that funny. Because I've been.
There's a lot of turds in a diamond field for sure.
I've gotten emails throughout my entire career, and from ideas, from jokes, from top 5 lists, from song ideas, and a lot of them. Some of them are good, but a lot of them are like, I don't even know why you thought this was funny. I don't even understand. It's so bad.
Do you reply to those?
He is Tom Van. He is a man's man. He is on the radio with Dan. Tom Van is a great man. He is a great man. Tom Van. Everyone say Tom Van. Tom Van. Everyone loves Tom Van. Tom Van is a man's man. Tom Van is a man's man.
I like in the middle that he gives it like 4 beats, like he's
you thought he was done.
Like he's reading sheet music. It was like,
He's got his cymbals ready. 1, 2.
He's on beat.
That doesn't matter. He just
needs some music accompaniment.
Yeah,
that's probably what he needs.
Next email.
Horrible.
Okay. History of the Atlanta Falcons. Hi, Dan. Recently, the YouTube channel Secret Base has been running a docuseries on the history of the Falcons. It's 7 45-minute episodes, and they're on episode 3 as of tomorrow. It's a great deep dive into the highest of highs and lowest of lows. Norm Van Brocklin is a particularly entertaining coach to learn about. Smoking on the sideline, mean as fuck real man who threatened to beat up reporters. The 60s and 70s were abysmally bad for the team, with a few flashes of competence here and there, like Glanville's grit splits. Episode 3 stars the Dion era, so there should be some fun to be had moving forward. Be warned, though, the series begins with recapping how invincible everyone felt at halftime during the Super Bowl.
That's what I've heard.
The whole thing is produced by Falcon fans, so there are some heartwarming shots at the Saints sprinkled throughout. If you've got some time, I really recommend it because it's an excellent deep dive on our favorite team we love to hate.
I think somebody you and I worked with all the time, Austin, who used to work for Orlando City, did some stuff for this.
Really?
He works with the Falcons now. A guy that we worked with, that we actually were in his department. He was in charge of video, and we would write with him.
We got to talk to him because
Austin's great, dude.
I Facebook messaged him one time, and I was like, "Hey, can we get you on the show to talk to you about what your job is, for a weird job?"
Yeah,
because
that'd be a perfect weird job.
He documents everything he works officially for the NFL, and he is an Atlanta Falcon employee, and he's a videographer.
He's the film guy there?
Yeah, he's a film guy.
He's on the sidelines, film. I mean, he's part of the team.
You know the videos that they do in the stadium where it's like, well, I know the one that he did. Now, obviously, Julio's not with us anymore, but you know the videos they would do, the crazy intros where where Julio Jones is like sitting in front of his locker and the camera swoops in and he looks at the camera and then everything explodes. It's like those hype videos. He does all that. It's pretty cool.
We had guys at Miami that did that. Those were really interesting.
It's an important job. Yeah. It is a very important job.
For the film and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers the 28-3 meme picture of like it's like, is it
March
middle
28th.
of the third quarter?
It's like 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it was 6.
Although it's a little misleading because like that was the last second or whatever before
They
it was
just
the change of
scored a
scoring.
touchdown,
Like New England was about to score that. So it was
it
a
wasn't
little
like
misleading.
it wasn't happening.
Yeah,
But
but
they said they were already drinking at halftime. Is one of the stories.
I was texting Daniel. Daniel was like, I don't know, bro. I'm still
turned it
nervous.
off.
I was like, dude, you're guaranteed to win. Like, I think no way they're coming back. Like, because that's how.
That's a famous. Like usually in Madden, if you're up 21 points, that game's over with.
Yeah, it's
like
done.
it's automatic
It's
win.
done.
And then, but people forget though that I think 3 times last season they had like a 95% chance of winning, and then they blew it.
They just blew it. Yeah.
And
one of them was higher than that.
It was like 99%
Yeah.
chance. Like the odds, if you were to live gambled on the game and bet on the other team, it would be you would have made a bunch of money.
Yeah, $20 would have made you like $4,000.
But what are the chances? Because I've never seen a team have that much. Because that's bad luck at that point. If you're a 99% chance of winning at that, like things have to multiple things. Have to happen.
And some of those
that are just luck based.
And some of those things are not going to be active things that you control.
No.
It was like 3 turnovers in a row.
A fumble, a tipped ball. Like, if some DB tips a ball and it gets intercepted, it's kind of like, man, that's just happenstance. If that ball could have been swatted down and lots of things. Interceptions are like a lot of luck involved.
Yeah.
And
some of it's running the wrong route. Some of it's just misreading the defense. Yeah.
It's just amazing that the Atlanta Falcons have like that many bad things happen.
They're a pretty bad team.
That's not a bad
good
team. That's bad luck.
Yeah.
Like you can't say that's their
we'll
fault.
See. We start a new season soon.
Yeah,
we'll
I
see.
bet on the
I'm excited
over
about
this
this
season.
one. Yeah,
we'll see. Let's try this one.
Hey guys, this is Steve in Winter Park.
Oh goddamn, that's the same one.
Send him his goddamn plant.
Yeah, I'll get you your plant, Steve. God. Here.
Hey, this is blank.
All right. You didn't have to say anything.
You can give me a call back at 386-214-40.
Okay.
Let's call
What
right
the
now.
hell?
Yeah, you guys don't have a number on here, so
He called
I'll
you
just have
with
to
this.
leave a message, right?
Or is he using the app?
I would have called it right now and just talked, told y'all what was going on.
No, this guy sat in a parking lot
okay?
and he called. Yeah, this guy sat in a parking lot and he left us. I want to say like 6 or 7 different messages, and they all get more and more sad.
Is he gonna kill us?
Well, no, it sounded like maybe he was
It's
gonna.
like, this is blank.
It sounded like.
you don't have a number. I would have called you and told you what was going on.
No,
But now
it-
I'm gonna
it-
fucking kill you.
No,
I don't want to
it's
be
nothing
You don't
like
pick up
that.
the phone.
It was nothing like that. Although I knew you were going to go that direction. It was more about him hurting himself.
Why the fuck do you keep calling, bro?
He's just whispering into a phone and leaving us a
Tom needs to
voicemail.
Stop
do.
whispering in the phone.
Tom needs to do that to protect his voice right there.
He's done nothing to you. He's not a threat to
Not
your
yet.
life.
He hasn't.
And then he calls back.
Whispering.
Here's the last one.
All right. And this is only like a couple seconds apart. Like I'm sending it and then I'm recording again.
Yeah, no
And I
shit.
just want to apologize.
Stop. Now you're being mean.
But I had to send it. Like it felt good sending it, like saying send. Because I stopped for a second. I'm like, should I send this? I sent that shit.
Now he calls back the next morning, and I can't find the one because it's hard to save all of these. But he calls back the next morning. He's like, "I just want to apologize for that and say I'm well. Everything's good. I made it home. Everything's good. I'm fine."
Was he drunk?
I don't know if he was drunk, but he wasn't. He sounded sort of sad, right? A little sad. I can't leave you on that one. Let's try this one.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Daniel checking in, your 2015 Shark Week champ.
All right.
I was Home Depot back in the day.
I
It's been
remember
a
that
while.
one.
Oh God.
Been away as a BDM, but I'm back, baby. And I thought since we've been doing some 90s shenanigans and trying to get back into some 90s shenanigans, I thought, wouldn't it be great if we sent the mediocre crew to get some Brazilian waxes done? I think we'll get some great YouTube content from that.
We can't put that
We'll
on
keep
YouTube.
it
Wait, what are we waxing?
On Twitch?
non-graphic. We'll just get
Oh.
you guys' reactions and stuff. And great for some TikTok clips.
I'd do it.
And yeah,
Just do
let's get it done.
headshots?
Wax
And
Butler's
best of all,
feet.
I'll be willing to pay for
They're
it all.
hairy.
Oh, God.
Get the whole mediocre crew to get Brazilians. What do you think? I think it would be great.
Oh, I thought he said
Love
where
you
you
guys.
pink.
I mean, I would do it.
Instead of where you think.
Is that's where they
They put the hot wax in there.
do
rip
they
it off.
get in your junk?
Yes.
Yeah.
A Brazilian,
They
yes.
do the butthole
So
too.
for
You could get the bikini wax where it's just the outside.
So for ladies, when you get a Brazilian, is there another woman with gloves on manipulating your labia and putting
no,
wax?
they do it.
No, that's what I mean. Are you doing it?
You're like a gynecologist, spread eagle, buddy.
But they're touching your labia. And,
Oh, yeah.
Like, would you get turned on doing that?
Fuck no.
No.
I mean,
Hot
could
wax.
you? I think
And then rip my hair out?
if a woman was down there waxing me, I might get a boner.
Well, you might.
Men definitely.
I'm gonna break into song. I'm like, I think if they were waxing down there, they'd give me a
He's
boner.
gonna do a guest
And
star
you're like, you know what that
version of
reminds me
Get
of?
Waxed.
Every time I get a Brazilian wax, I get a boner. Why did you do that?
I was trying to think of like you could because someone's
think I
down there,
would.
but I think the pain of someone ripping your pubes out,
Take it away
with
real
wax.
fast. Well, I think I would
real
get
fast.
it.
But
Okay,
at
I
the
think
beginning, you'd be okay.
No, but
I think
you'd
I'd
be
get it,
scared
and then
of
they'd go, yeah, and they go, oh.
Yep.
Like just the thought of ripping my pubes out, I
Right.
think would keep me from getting aroused.
I've never ripped my pubes out, so I have nothing to. I have no memory. I have nothing to gauge it on. I don't even know what it. I mean, it might be good.
You've had your hair pulled though, right?
I think I did a waxing stunt one
Yeah,
time.
you've done it all, right?
yeah. So,
You
for
did
sure.
like your chest or something.
I don't even have hair on my chest, but I think my legs. I remember vaguely some morning
Can
show
it- do you
stunt
get,
or some med spas advertising. I
Yeah,
go there,
probably.
drunk, and get waxed, and pull on my legs. I'm like, ah. I'd be like, oh, funny. It hurt him.
I'll be right back.
You pulled his hair out. Like, what is stupid? We're not doing your idea. Stupid.
He's gonna cancel his BDM membership
Although-
again.
You already did it once.
You're shitting all over our listeners.
He already signed back
Although
up.
I do want to wax Butler's feet, which was Sam's idea,
Yeah.
and that does seem
Well,
funny.
you remember how much he cried when you flocked his shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God!
I forgot about
I'm
that.
not doing it.
Tom is
I'm
becoming
not
the
doing
person
it.
he hates.
I
not doing it.
forgot
I'm
about
out.
that.
I'm out.
That's right.
I'm out because this guy.
forgot
Butler
We
cried.
I cut that out of the video.
We never talked about
I'm
that.
No.
talking about it. Butler cried.
not here.
He had tears in his eyes.
He didn't cry.
He had tears.
just-
He
got-
welled up. He welled up.
No, he just
He
got
welled up.
He did that thing where it got awkward.
He'd like a
and
little baby and tears like right there, and he's like, and I'm like, you okay, bro? And he went to his car, and then I drove away. And I texted
Didn't even
you.
get his wreath.
I texted you, and I was like, this motherfucker's so upset he forgot his fucking wreath. He did.
Why
And
did
then
you
Tom
talk-
laugh about it all the way home.
Yeah, Tom probably. Whatever. Tom's probably fucking whacking his dick so hard on the way off.
No. I just, it's like a guy, like concrete Mike telling someone like, "Hey, shovel that dirt," and then crying about it. And it's like, "What the fuck are you crying about?" Like I've been shoveling for a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so the use is okay if it's someone else.
No, I'm just saying. It's
Okay.
like, we're just
That's
spray
all right.
some shit on your shoes.
He said he
don't-
was mad. He didn't well. It looked sad.
Why were you so
I
mad?
didn't think you looked mad. I thought you
just
looked sad.
Spray your feet, and then we're
He
washing
did say
off.
we could wax his toes, though.
All right.
Well, that's
How
worse
hairy
than
are your toes?
that's worse than spraying your feet with the goddamn Christmas stuff.
Well,
right?
he said you ruined his shoes. He was upset about the shoes.
No, he washed them, and they were fine. And we could have bought him new shoes.
I'm just telling you what he said.
I mean,
Well, why did he take his shoes off?
You guys are bullying.
I thought he
someone
did
who's
take
not
his shoes off, didn't he?
He took one shoe off and he sprayed
And
on
then
his other shoe.
he got all his other shoes.
He got on his other shoe. That's how he got mad.
He's such a dickhead.
Nobody.
He's such a dickhead.
No,
He
we're
got
doing a radio thing. We're trying to make it funny. You know how hard it is to make go into a Christmas tree
Farm.
funny? What, nearly
I don't know what you're
fucking
about
impossible.
to say, but I had to help you with farm because you're like, Christmas.
I don't want to know what to call it. It's some Christmas trees in a field with a tent. I don't know. What is that?
It's called the shoe flocking land.
He's fine.
Oh,
He's
my
in a
God.
bad mood that day.
Oh.
I'll try. I'll
He was on
scramble.
his period.
I'll do what every radio host does.
You know how hard it is to paint an incendiary grenade with a flock in your eyes?
I did what every radio show host does. I panicked. And
did
then
panic.
I turned to
Yeah.
the guy that gets paid the least.
You're like, he'll do it.
And then I'm like, hey, do something. I can't,
Make us laugh, clown.
Okay. You got another email?
Sure.
Come on, next email.
Jeez. Bad dad story.
Oh, no.
Hey, y'all. I'm not on the BDM page, so I missed when Tom posted eliciting stories about bad dads. I'm a little behind on content, so I just heard the BDM show regarding the subject, and I have one that takes the cake. My kids are 2 years apart in age. My son is 2 years older than my daughter. When my son was 4 and my daughter was 2, the two of them were arguing about a toy, and ultimately my son ended up with the coveted plaything. My daughter, being the plotting and manipulating beast she's always been, bided her time for revenge. Some time went by, and she procured a play hammer or mallet of some sort. I caught her just in time as she was at the top of her swing to bash the side of my son's head in. He was facing away from the ensuing catastrophe, so he wasn't bracing for impact or taking evasive action. Luckily, or not, I caught her wrist on the downward swing and jerked her upward by her arm to lay a smack right on her butt. Did we read this before? Did I read this?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe I just read it.
I don't remember this one.
You know, for immediate correction, she immediately staring, silent crying, and then went into a full-blown squeal. We assumed she was just overreacting with the crying and her reluctance to use her right hand and arm. She quit crying in about 10 minutes or so, but was still favoring her arm. The rest of the day went by and we sort of forgot about it until my mother-in-law was over and gave the kids their nightly baths. She always took the naked butt kids and would swing them into their bed in a playful way. When she grabbed my daughter's arms and swung her up to the bed, my daughter squeal cried again. Uh-oh. We took her to the pediatrician in the morning and had her arm looked at. They did x-rays, and I had to manipulate her arm to get the best images in the x-rays. I mean, just move her arm in different positions. While doing that, she let out a big old cry and then abruptly stopped. The doctor came in without waiting for the images and said, "You'd make a great orthopedic doctor on account of being able to relocate your daughter's dislocated elbow." Holy Mary, Mother of God, did I feel bad for dislocating my daughter's arm. Thank God the pediatrician was old school and didn't turn me into DCF. She said it happens all the time and has a name, nursemaid's elbow. I guess in yesteryear, when nursemaids took care of kids, they'd lift kids up by their hands and wrists. If they pulled too hard, they dislocated the kid's elbow. I still feel super guilty about this. My daughter has no lasting effects of the incident, but I still will never get over doing this to her. Do I win a prize for being a terrible dad?
That's not that. You did it by accident.
Yeah.
You know, like
plus you were preventing him to destroy your son.
Bashing your son's skull in.
But this just happened to the Grizz, not this with the elbow, but the Grizz, his youngest son. He was going down a slide, and Crystal, like, she's always scared of like catastrophes happening. And so she'll constantly remind me, like, hey, don't do that. Put the kids' feet up so they don't go under you, because she's like constantly afraid of these things. Worst case scenarios. And I've always said, like, oh, that's not going to happen. Happened to the Grizz.
Yep.
He was going down a slide at the park with his son, and his son's leg got caught underneath him, and then the Grizz's weight going down broke his son's leg, and he felt horrible about it. Like, you know, just an accident.
I would cry for weeks if that happened.
Yeah, no, like, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh my God, I want to fall on a sword like a Japanese businessman.
For somebody who suffers with anxiety, though, one of the hardest parts for me when it comes to parenting is that, like, especially when Maisie was younger and less coordinated, was like watching her do things. Something as simple as just watching her. You know what I mean? Like, for other people, it's a lot easier. But like, for me, it just, like, it never set right. So whenever I would watch her by myself, at least in the beginning of being a dad, it was very, very stressful for me.
Oh, yeah. From like 1 to 4, you're like, all your job is to make sure they don't kill themselves.
I can remember when Andrea, and I wouldn't say this to her. I mean, I'd say it now, but at the time, you know, if she were going to do something, like go out by herself, I'd be like, I'd feel sick inside, because I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, you're on duty, you're on call, you have to be constantly vigilant. Yeah, it's all a job to watch.
It's hard, man. It's definitely hard, and you feel, especially if you, I mean, I would imagine that most people care for their kids, but it hurts so bad when you accidentally do something.
Like, I'd throw my kids in the pool. Like, if they fall and almost do a belly flop, I'd feel horrible. But
it toughens them up.
A little bit,
It's coming from me, which I obviously am doing a poor job at toughening my kids up.
She is in there. Yeah, May can take care of herself now, pretty much. You know, like when it's just her and me now, we just kind of run the house. You know, it's way easy.
Crystal used to yell at me when I used to swing the boys around by their hands, you know, like in a circle, where she's like, "You're gonna dislocate their shoulders or elbows."
She knows,
it can.
And then I used to say, like, "No, you know, they're kids. They hold on to like a dislocate their." And then
did you learn from the earlier story that you had today that you don't know what you're talking about most of the time?
I'm of course not. Anyway, they never got their elbows dislocated.
Oh, yeah.
You want to do one more?
Yeah. Let's do one more and go to break.
All right, let's try this one.
Okay, hear me out. Your show is Tom and Dan, and the website is called tomanddan.com, but it flows better if it was danandtom.com, and you can't debate that. So I kind of think maybe Dan has bamboozled Tom into Tom and Danning the show instead of Dan and Tomming it. So I know you guys are 10 years into this game, but I mean, maybe just rebrand everything.
I like this guy.
You can't argue with this.
You're right, sir. Like, Tony, buy
danandtom.com.
Well, Dan
but why
and Tom,
why would you want it to be Tom first?
What he's doing it because
of the com.
The original name, like
no, I'm saying he said he thinks that Dan has done this on purpose.
I put Tom's name in front on purpose. I did,
but not because of anything other than you thought it sounded better.
Well, no, because the real name of the show is A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Right.
A Mediocre Time with Dan and Tom does not work.
Doesn't sound right, yeah.
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, the alliteration there is correct.
Yeah.
Now, what he's saying is also correct.
tomanddan.com doesn't sound right.
danandtom.com is better than tomanddan.com, but we weren't naming on website. We were naming a show.
Yeah.
So he's right and I'm right, and damn it, I have to buy danandtom.com. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Believe me, I wanted to put Daniel's name first.
I don't want my name.
Because I was like, well, he's
This
the
shit
talent.
goes belly up. No.
This is the reason people are.
I like having that sweet and between us.
No, I was like, Dan's name should go first, but we agreed when we named the show that it sounded better, Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, phonetically. Anyway.
Yeah. There you go.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, let's do it. This is awesome. I just got this today. Brand new music from Teenage Bottle Rocket.
I'm going to see them in Gainesville for
Are
Fest.
You? Oh, yeah. Man, they're so fun. What a fun band. The name of the song is Never Sing Along. They have a brand new album called Six Sesh. That'll be coming out, I think, next week. 1-844-TOMNDAN. When we come back, dump them out on deck.
On the whole damn country wrong.
That is brand new music from our friends and friends of the show, fans of the show, BDMs. That is Debt Neglector with their brand new single, Dirty Water. Find it on Bandcamp, and you can do exactly what I did this morning and go on the Smart Punk website and buy the vinyl that's coming out.
All right.
So you can have local vinyl from a local punk rock band that you like and support cool dudes that put out cool music. You know what else is cool? Dump 'em Out's cool.
EJ, stop playing drums on your pants.
It's keeping
We got too many topics on the list today.
We're gonna fight after this.
It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I wanna see your topics. Ooh, I wanna also see your bottom mix.
Dump 'em Out brought to you by True Leave. We got a promotion going on. We've had it for the whole year where if you buy anything at True Leave, and they've got deals going on all the time. Like
I got some crazy ass deals going on like a week ago.
Also, if it's your first time shopping at True Leave, you can get 50% off your first order. Like I'd go in there and order an insane amount. Like,
if your first time.
What if there's like a cap? Like you can't did you order $1,000 worth of stuff? Like,
No, that would all be okay. Yes, there is a cap. It's all based on your recommendation. And how much you've used. I mean,
I mean, if it's your first time, you just got your card, you went to True Leave, your first purchase.
Why the hell would they cap it?
You buy $1,500 worth of stuff and get it for $700.
Honestly, I believe it's just based on your recommendation. Yes, that would be the way to do it. But
you get $700 worth of free product,
Well, they're also banking that maybe you're going to be a little, it is a little intimidating, but True Leave makes it so it's not.
So
I mean, it's very, very easy, and you can get one of these. Actually, if you have the old battery, you can trade in your old True Stick. This is a True Stick 2.0 with the haptic features. You just take them your old battery and say, hey, give me that new, and they will hook you up, and it's all free.
I like the sativa and indica gummies. I bought a bunch when they did that 40% off sale. Anyway, if you buy a product, go on our website, fill out the form, just send us a picture of your receipt or the product you bought, and we will send you a free True Leave hat and another piece of Tom and Dan merchandise that Eric's going to throw in there, like kind of a mystery box style. He's going to throw in something, a sticker, some leftover
Could
or
be
whatever.
a pair of size 62 Chunga
Sun-
shorts.
sunglasses.
Nobody
Maybe a
knows.
polo.
Also,
Big Chunga 62s.
if you already have like a True Leave bucket hat and then you go to True Leave often or whatever, just write in the submission form what you want, and we'll give you that. Like, it's worth it for us to get the submissions because
my dick suck.
because we show the submissions to True Leave. They're like, hey, it's working, and then they keep advertising. It's not a
Helps out everybody.
It's not a secret or like some sort of anything. It's like that's how their advertising goes with True Leave, and it helps if you
We
submit.
certainly do not want to make it a secret. I don't know why that became sort of a thing. It's like we're advertising for companies, and we want you to use the companies, but don't talk about it. What the fuck is that? That's the dumbest thing. Who decided that?
I don't know.
Who decided? Because it must have happened somewhere along, like it was not. You're not supposed to do it, or you're not supposed to be held accountable. Well, how do we even know if we're doing a good job? This kind of started with gringos and the koozies.
Yeah.
Like, how do we even let them know that people are? That's how. Oh, and then they're like, "Oh, great!" And he's a lot of. Okay, great, good job, guys. We'll keep doing this forever.
Well, in the mainstream media advertising business, there's a lot of, hey, don't have any accountability.
Well, if you
'cause
talk
they'll
about
know.
it, then they'll know. Yes,
they'll know.
He's right.
Yeah.
Because if you talk about it, then you'll know it's bullshit.
Yeah. So anyway,
sorry.
First topic. What do we got, Samantha?
we
have trash people's dogs' names. We talked about this in the office this week.
Oh, we could tie this into MS Flight too.
Okay.
Trash people on MS Flight.
So
Clean up your houses, you trash folks.
There's trash people on the flight simulator.
Daniel brought this up. He's like, Florida trash people have trash people dog names. And then I'm like,
They try to make it sound fancy.
And then I'm like, oh, I got one.
Yeah.
When I was like real young, like I think even before my sister or right when my sister was born, or like 5 years apart, we had 2 Doberman pinchers.
Yes.
Yes.
Apollo and
They we
Zeus.
call it, of course, my mom and dad called Dobies because that's what you do when you're in Florida white trash. 2
We got 2
Dobies.
Dobies.
One name.
they're just gorgeous. Their coats look like sharks.
One named Demon. One named Prissy.
Damon, Prissy, get over here. There's my girl. There's my girl. There's my girl. There's my big boy. What you doing there, big boy? Come here, Damon.
And if you can beat that Florida trash
a good
dog
one.
names, then
Demon
submit
Prissy.
them. We'll give you, which we are producing, a villain dog
Bandana.
We are. We are doing a dog bandana.
Tom and Dan villain dog bandana. We'll send you one if you can beat.
Says canine trash.
I have a
right
family
on.
member that had 2 German shepherds growing up,
Okay.
a guy and a girl, and it was Prince and Duchess.
Yeah.
Hey, you go fancy.
Hey, take that princess, Dad.
Okay.
Uh,
Is darkness a bad name for a dog?
That's racist, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I call my dog.
Yeah.
That
It's kinda
died a
nerdy.
month after my dad died. So.
Oh my God.
God damn.
Yeah, wow.
It's supposed to be a fun Friday.
Missed your dad that much, huh? It's like, fuck, I can't stay with this guy. I'm out of here.
All right, next topic.
Did you want to talk about the trash people in MS flights?
Yeah, just to
Flight,
tie
yeah.
into trash dog names, trash people on MS Flight. When you fly out of Orlando Executive and you're flying into DeLand, I believe Sydney Taylor Airport, I believe, in DeLand, you can fly in. I'm flying a
MCO.
Cessna.
Do they look exactly like the
Dude,
airport?
That's my point. Clean up your houses, everybody, because when I'm in the sky...
Really?
Oh, shit!
Oh, that's cool.
All my
Backyards
cars in
that
the
are bad.
front fucking...
Tom's boats outside his house.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that actually
Shit
made that.
everywhere. I'm flying over a
Please
fucking...
make a video
Dude,
crashing
go
into
over
Tom's
Taft.
house.
I will. I flew over a pull and pay. I'm flying. Oh, it's just shit everywhere.
I didn't know they
trash.
made-
I flew into Kabul. Oh my God. Oh,
Did you save anybody?
No, no. You can't do anything. You're just a
Oh, they're
plane.
hanging on to the plane.
They're hanging
Oh,
on the plane.
no.
No, but it's just trash.
This
By the
is
way,
terrible.
It is terrible. Clean up your houses because you can see that shit from space. It's bad.
I am not being disrespectful at all, I promise. But
Oh, here we
Here it
go.
comes.
seriously, the memes of the people, because we all saw the people holding, like, getting on the side of the C-130,
bad,
right?
man. It's
But
bad.
then there's the meme where you see a tiny tiny speck of a person that's supposed to be falling off the plane.
Yes.
But is that real?
Yes. People were falling off and they ran people over, dude.
Yeah.
But
like 8 died.
This
from
is
that.
not a fun topic to talk about. It was very sad.
But that particular meme, but I was like,
You're asking
they were
if the
so
meme
high
photo is real.
because I was like, he held on.
Here's what I would
Are
say.
you saying it was like Commando at the beginning?
No.
Where he
Well, I'm
falls
saying
off the plane there?
You know what I'm saying?
it's
They're
fake.
800 feet
No, it's
tall.
fake.
I'm like, that plane takes off at like 150 miles an hour. I would have assumed, or more than that, like 200 miles an hour. Like I would assume that you wouldn't be able to hold on after you got 1,000 feet high. I don't know.
I think it's safe to
I thought
assume
that
They were
meme-
hiding it, like some of them were in the wheel wells
Yeah.
and
No,
stuff.
Yeah, if
yeah.
you're holding like that, you can hold
we can
on,
move on. I
Yeah,
think
that's a sad topic.
I think it's safe to
Oh
assume
my
that if it's a
God.
meme,
I want to talk about
they're going to draw it.
You want to talk about people plummeting to their death? Jesus.
I want to ask if it was real.
I only saw that on his tiny little list on the bottom. Next
Bring the
up,
show down.
abortion. Where do you stand?
Does
I'm
Cessna
sorry.
also is Cessna also related
yeah.
to this?
Yeah, so I'll put Cessna in there too, because do people pimp their Cessnas? Like when you buy like because I learned the
like customized things.
I've been
in it?
using this MS Flight thing on Xbox, the newest Xbox. It's really fun. I really enjoy it. I'm buying crazy planes. I overdrafted my account. Andrea got mad at me. She's in there. I overdrafted my account. I bought a $22 Airbus.
Digital plane.
I bought the 737 Air Max, the one that was grounded in 2019. I bought that because it has the engine failure feature where you can actually have it failed mid-flight and then you try to land it.
Okay.
Because I like to fucking punish myself.
It is bizarre.
better
that
than
you
the
like this, by the way.
professionals.
This is weird.
That's what my wife says.
Have you ever buzzed your own house?
Yeah,
in the
yes,
game. Oh, for
absolutely
sure.
in
Oh,
game. Yeah, absolutely, I've done it. But my question was when dads, because it's normally like dads have a plane, private plane that he likes to take up on the weekend. There goes one. I can hear him right now.
Yeah,
weird. Right on click.
Executive airport. I
Yeah.
drive past it all the time.
So do you pimp those out? Like when you get one, is it like a classic car? This was my topic for Dump 'em Out. Do these guys get in there and get like guys to do the upholstery and they add better
yeah.
gauges?
I think so,
and
yeah.
Is it the same as like if you had a 57 Chevy or a 63 Falcon and you're putting a Cobra engine in it and making it cool? And
the
think,
seats in the back and rearrange it and stuff like that.
Those guys that are into small planes and fly them, like,
Yeah.
remember when Steve from Porky's was doing those events at like
Yes.
the Apopka hangars?
fly-in,
the fly-in hangars, which was awesome, by the way, but also weird as hell.
Weird.
to do an event there. But anyway, I remember when I walked through and he showed me, like, those guys have like those hangars that they rent and they put all their toys and their planes in there.
Classic cars or helicopter.
They also have like
Andrea's family. Somebody has one.
A small like sometimes a mini house in there where they'll put
like a tiny house?
like kind of a tiny house or like a room that they'll AC and they'll
a
drywall
kitchen.
and they'll have like a little kitchen and a living room and a bedroom in
To
there.
escape their family?
Yeah, to get away from the
Don't
old
they shoot porn in
ladies.
those?
The what?
Don't they shoot porn in those?
Maybe,
seen that,
yeah.
Do you
It
know
makes
that
sense.
Andrea's that's exactly what
Yeah.
Uncle Dan
It's
has.
cool as hell.
Yeah, it's
And-
awesome.
And some of those guys, I remember Steve walking me around and showing me, and like they're all rich dudes.
He has like a
They're
tiki bar, and he has like
Yeah.
a classic car parked
Yes,
by
yeah.
his tiki bar, and then
There's-
you have like couches.
They're classic cars and like
TVs.
experimental planes
Yeah.
and like rich guy toys.
John Denver
It's cool as
plane,
fuck.
jet ski.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
neat.
And
it's just like a poor man with a pool shed.
Yeah. Where they have an old boogie board in there.
Yeah.
But that's
So the boogie
classic
board is
A
the
car.
classic.
snowmobile up north and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
four-wheeler next to it.
Yeah. It's cool, and then and those guys they get really into the planes, and then they'll upgrade the engines, and they'll like I never really see the extreme paint jobs.
Yeah,
really,
you know that
but
was
they
my-
do the tech inside, and then the GPSs and the engines.
I
and
didn't
all
know
that.
if you could, if that was like a
Oh,
thing, and I wanted to talk about it before I got online and searched it out because I could probably find it, right? Like the guy that like has
Yeah.
everything fully custom, and
You have to have a certain mentality as a human to be like, especially the guys that go like, because those guys will like take off and fly around and come back by themselves. Obviously, they know how to fly.
Yeah.
but they have
every Saturday you see him out.
But talk about like keeping up your maintenance on your plane and like writing a flight path and having a plan.
There's
and
a
doing
regiment,
all
yeah.
the pre-check stuff
Yeah,
and the
checking
list
the
and
weather
stuff
and everything
is the
before
worst
you go
thing to
up.
me. I would definitely rocket into the ground at 1,000 miles an hour.
We already established that first
let's
segment.
Screaming, I didn't put the oil in the thing.
Let's get the boat dialed in first.
I mean,
then we'll go.
well,
play.
no, I'll never even try
Yeah.
because I know I'm not
Tom
capable.
would never be on I Shouldn't Be Alive.
You do.
No.
Well, you would have to do the flight checklist if you were doing your powered paraglider. It's the same thing. Those guys are just like a couple steps under, Cessna guys.
There should be a show called Dead, and it's just me explaining stories about how I will die, and then whichever one ends up to be true, you play
that one.
You're like, hey, this guy predicted.
No, that's the
this
finale.
one.
Every other episode is just the ones that are wrong.
Yeah, but it's the guys that survive, and they tell you how they survived. It's me telling you how I predicted my own death. Because I can know a lot of scenarios. I got a boat scenario.
Yeah.
I've got an original paraglider scenario where I get into that in my 50s and I rocket into the
Butler's
ocean.
house.
There's
a tune about that.
You already got that one. That one's already done.
Yeah.
Matt,
it was also disrespectful. Here's another thing. I'll end with this. It was also very disrespectful because they have different liveries for the planes, like different skins on them of certain ones, and I landed on Monster Energy ride on Kabul.
Nice.
Very disrespectful. It's like, what's up, y'all? Let's party. Oh, no, this is next game. No, I'm out of here. All right.
What's the next topic?
Madden anxiety. More video games.
Oh, God.
Oh. I got a letter when I was living in an apartment for screaming about Madden.
Have you seen what they added? Do you have the new Madden?
No, I haven't got Madden for
so
like 3 years.
now on franchise mode, and I've just started playing it. Like I haven't even read anything about it. I just fired it up, made my character, started my franchise as the Falcons.
Which one did you choose? I know there's like a Patrick Mahomes one or a Tom Brady one.
I chose Patrick Mahomes.
Okay,
yeah,
because of course he has better stats.
And after what Brady did to my Falcons, I thought it would be just very insulting to pick him and use him in the game.
Yeah,
it just didn't feel right. Even though he's a great player, but in this game now, when you're not doing well, the momentum will shift. They have this thing called the momentum meter, and when it shifts, it gives your quarterback or your player anxiety. So now the screen shifts, and you start getting all loopy, and I'm like, fuck, I done this in real life. And Andrea's just laughing on the guy. She's like, look, it's got anxiety. She's like, can you give your Xbox citalopram?
Damn. Mean old bitch. She's on our team. Yeah.
She's becoming a mean old bitch. It hurt my feelings. And then the coach, he wrote me, Art Smith, or whatever, what's this guy? Yeah, he wrote me, and he's like, and then they everything's so advanced now. He wrote me in his tone. He was like, son, if I'd have known that you wouldn't step up to the plate, I'd have never drafted you. I'm like, what the fuck is happening in this game? I was like, this is terrible. I bought this.
Too real.
This used to be my escape. Yeah. It used to be.
Think about how, EJ said, how he got a complaint because he was screaming. Think about how intense people get on Madden already.
Yeah.
And now you're adding true
anxiety.
fucking anxiety and feelings. People are going to have a hard time with this.
If you're looking
this is going to turn into some violence.
And it'll come over to, and it'll hit your moment. I think it's momentum.
Anxiety meter.
I call it. I call it the anxiety meter. I believe it's called the momentum meter, and it's showing momentum of the game. It's actually really cool that they added. It's not really cool when you suffer from real anxiety. So I'm looking at it, and it comes over, and then there's like I think I was playing. Oh no, I was playing Texas, and it was preseason.
Okay,
and it's the real one, and Julio scored. So the momentum meter goes way over because obviously they're tying that into former team, right? They're doing all the thing. So it goes way, and then my quarterback starts going, and he's all like, he couldn't do anything. And he's if you go to do like a lob pass, it would throw like a bullet pass. And then I'd go to throw I go to hand it off to my running back, but he got confused.
And he ran the wrong play?
Yeah, he ran the wrong play, so then I fumble. And I'm like, what is happening? It's like, this isn't fun anymore.
Something about that makes me laugh a lot. That, that the thing you use...
you're on team mean old bitch.
The thing you use for therapy to treat your anxiety gives you anxiety.
Yeah. Believe me, I've screamed, stop fucking jumping is what I got the letter for.
Yeah, it is funny, though, because I guess you can turn it off, turn it on, but I'm probably going to turn it on and continue playing with it.
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
Let's go to Ron Jeremy's attorney's name.
Oh, no. Okay, I made a bet with Tom that you cannot laugh.
Try not to laugh at this.
Okay.
Right. Oh, no.
Because it literally...
This is really bad, though.
It just seems like... It just doesn't seem real. Do you know what his name?
So
I don't know
Ron Jeremy currently in jail from
30 years, right?
Yeah.
Oh, did he get sentenced to 30 years?
I think so.
Holy smokes.
Or is it 30 counts?
I got to be honest, I haven't been keeping up with it. There's so many of you that can't keep your hands to yourself. I can't keep track of all the...
Yeah, everyone's getting canceled.
It may not have been
sentenced. It, too.
It may have been 30 counts. I'm sorry. I just heard 30 something.
Or I think the max sentence he get for all the counts is 30 years.
Did he go?
He faces 20 more sexual assault charges if he is convicted of all charges, he could be sentenced up to 250 years.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's safe to say
that was 22 hours ago.
Yeah,
he's
not gonna live that long.
gonna spend basically his life in prison. I would say, based on his age now, and you
now
know.
he's just like that video in Sublime.
So it's not super funny, but it was just like sometimes stereotypical things just align in articles and they make me laugh. Ron Jeremy, I'm sending it to you. Think of any name that would be Ron Jeremy's attorney. Ready? Stu Goldfarb. Stu Goldfarb. Stu Goldfarb.
It sounds like
it sounds
a
fake.
Yes.
It
It's like
sounds.
I have a name generator for a character
It
as an
sounds
attorney.
like back in the day you would have wanted to. Oh, what, you're writing an '80s thing, and you're like,
Crime
Police
drama.
Academy.
A crime
Who's the
drama.
attorney? Well, he's a Jew. Name him Stu Goldfarb. Was racist. It's like it's so.
Stu Goldfarb.
Stu Goldfarb.
Yeah.
That's from the article. I laughed just because I'm like, there it is.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't know if Ron Jeremy has that much money saved away or how rich he is, but when you're not rich, it's hard, and you have it's obvious that you're guilty, which just seems like it's obviously that he's guilty. I don't think there's many people defending Ron Jeremy at this point or saying like, hey, I don't know about these allegations. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, like we were waiting for it.
Victims between 15 years of age and 51.
This guy a real piece of shit.
Get this guy the fuck out of here.
Yuck. Stu Goldfarb is all you get because he's like, fuck it, I'll do it. Stu. I'll do it for that 20 grand or whatever. You know.
All right, keep moving. This is fun.
Let's do frozen yogurt.
Yeah, okay. Remember when the frozen yogurt and then the for Yogurtland, I was big on it back in the day. Like I'm definitely a mark for advertising. A lot of times it will work on me. I'm a sucker for packaging. My wife knows it. I know it. I lean into it. Yogurtland rolled out. I don't even remember. I want to say like 10 years ago. And it was like these new frozen yogurt places. You'd go and you'd fill your bowl, and then you'd walk over, and then you'd get all the different little candies, and then you'd weigh it.
Yeah.
And then if you weighed, and then
they pay by
you've
weight.
been there. I'm sure your boys liked it. That kind of stuff. It burned really hot, right? Because that's done, especially with COVID, right? That shit's done, right? Did it go the way of the sweet tomatoes? It's done, right?
Ice cream shops are still popular.
But I think they do it for you now.
Yeah.
Wait, what about at Racetrack? Because they have like a frozen yogurt bar. Do they still have that going on?
I don't know.
I haven't been to a Racetrack.
Throwing it out there. I haven't been out of my house.
I think so.
Since
I mean, there's
I
years.
think everything's back open. Baby.
Yeah.
Honestly,
there's a lot of shit, and I'm like, we're doing this all right. That I do it
because like, they stopped doing the salad, make your own salad at Publix for a while, but now it's back open. Like I think everything's back
Sweet
open.
Tomatoes
baby.
comes back.
I think they went bankrupt.
I like their corn muffins.
Yeah, there's certain businesses that just like this isn't popular anymore. Dead.
Golden Corral.
So
I liked Golden Corral.
My mom loves the Golden Corral.
You know what I liked about Golden Corral? The plate that was a black plate, and then in the center of the black plate was a metal plate.
What?
And that's what they put your steak on. You get this black plate.
I know what you're talking about.
These are the things I remember. I have a stupid memory. I only remember the dumb shit. And
hold on. Why they put a metal plate? You could put a hot steak on a porcelain plate.
No. It was like a plastic.
Better.
Oh, okay.
With the metal,
It was a molded, like, plastic, almost like think hospital grade. You know that like porous material? Yeah. Think like hospital tray, but jet black. And then in the center of it was a metal tray, like you would sizzle a steak on, and they put your steak on the metal. And for some fucking reason, me and my dad were really into it.
It would keep
the Florida trash guys.
Yeah, it would keep the steak warm because it's gonna be sitting there for a while. That's the reason why.
And then the way the knife felt on the metal, I don't know, man. It's cool.
Like when they bring
anybody else remember that in the chat room?
I prefer Quincy's a bit if you're talking about back in the day stuff.
When's the last time you guys went to Chili's? Have you been to Chili's?
I have not been to Chili's or TGI Fridays or any Movie Tuesdays, any of those.
I don't believe I've been since my father passed
service.
away, and that was the only fast food restaurant he would eat at because the chips and the salsa were so goddamn salty.
They are very salty.
And he thought every other chips and salsa place were like skimping on the salt to save money. And he's like, they salt the chips. You know, he was like, this is good. You know,
it's fallen into disrepair.
When did you go?
When did you go to a Chili's?
We were by.
Was it after the boat ramp incident?
No, we were by UCF for some reason, and then Crystal's yelling, "You choose!" and I was screaming, "You choose!" and she finally.
Oh my
God!
You guys gotta get your shit
Haven't you learned the trick of like where do you not want to go? And then you go, "We're going there if you don't make a decision soon."
I can't. I get flustered, and I'm like, I can't think of anything. And then she finally screamed, and then we went into Chili's.
Ghost, call in. Ghost says it's his favorite restaurant.
He loves Chili's.
I don't know
my
if
God.
there's
Ghost, I lost all respect for you.
I'm still with him.
Listen,
He's my friend.
I'm saying the one near UCF. I was like, oh my God.
I think that's by my house.
I'm like, this place has COVID. The building has COVID.
No. Did you get the 2 for 1?
It's bad. No,
It's
yes, I
coughing
did.
trash
I
people
got
into the streets.
2 for 1 margaritas.
2 for 1 COVID.
And
COVID positive tests.
Plastic froze, like they froze the plastic.
Okay,
mug.
Yes,
can we
they
talk
do.
about plastic?
And I'm like, I don't think this works the same as their
It does
glass.
not.
Can you pause for 1 second? Can we talk about the frozen plastic mugs at Chili's? Because I don't like them because when you go to grab it, you go like this. You go, whoa! And you lift it to the moon.
Because you thought it has girth.
It's like lifting.
Hey, wait.
It's like lifting a prop dumbbell. And then I'm like,
Yeah, because you think it's going to.
And then I'm like, oh my God.
225, but it's only
And
like
I have
15.
I have spilled margaritas on Maisie
Yeah.
3 different times because I'm like, whoa! Or light beer.
I'm like, this place is horrible.
Yeah.
And then I left, and people were running and holding onto my drug.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it was worth the wait.
I'm
It was
sorry.
worth the wait. Let's keep going. This is fun. I'm having fun. Let's keep going. Oh,
Listen, we make jokes.
show business. Call Tony. Why is he perving out on the website?
Put a
Oh, that's what you want to go to?
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, call Tony.
I don't have Tony's phone number. You think I call that guy?
I thought that was non-show
Come on,
topic.
somebody call him.
You call him.
I don't have his number.
I
Tom's the only one that talks to him. I'm kidding. I
Come
haven't.
on. Okay, so Tony started because Daniel was doing it all. After the show was done, he would put up the show description and the picture on the Tom and Dan website, which most people nowadays, I imagine, they go to our app or they
Yeah, does
listen
anybody
to
go to the
iTunes.
website anymore?
It's just
don't know.
I don't think for show notes
Right.
they do. I
I
mean,
think
I
the
wouldn't
only time I
fault
go to
them for going and hitting play. I do that sometimes at the house if I want to hear the show and I don't have like a play or anything on me. I'll just hit the web browser and hit play and just let it roll.
And I still, and like so many people are like, oh, you need a website that's, obviously for your phone compatible.
Yeah.
That is, a website that's better phone compatible,
Mobile friendly.
And but I like having a TomandDan.com that we keep up. That you can go there, you can find all our sponsors.
It's like owning a home.
all our
right?
shows.
It's kind of like owning a house that we just
hookups.
never go to.
Yeah, but we like to keep it current because if you want to find out anything, TomandDan.com. Like, it does have the current shows on there. It does have all our sponsors. It has everything, so we keep it up, even though not that many people probably go there. Oh, no. Whatever.
The chat room just says, what's up with the cucumber?
There we go. So somebody
We
has
didn't even have
seen
to
it.
say it. We didn't even have to say it.
Someone
They
has
know.
seen it.
We didn't
So-
I didn't have to do anything.
So we mess with Tony a lot, but Tony does a lot of work for us, and
does.
he
He
does,
does.
and he works hard for us, and he's a good man.
Oh, this is before you beat me.
Because I don't want to hurt his feelings too bad.
Yeah, this is a flock the all bird scenario.
So we
Nice
we
until
don't
we're
give
really
Tony,
mean and then nice
and
after.
sometimes Daniel will send him a picture and be like, "Hey, use this picture for the show." For the most part, though, he'll just say, "Hey, the name of the show,"
Yeah.
and then Tony uploads everything and then chooses his own picture. So I know I was on there today. I was looking at. I forgot. I was looking there. I was looking at our merch and seeing what was on there and how much I messed it up. And then, and then I see the last show, which we had Seth. We were talking about Seth's boat, and the last show
And it
was
was
named.
named Kim Boat Slice.
I yelled at him at Lake Eola when I got done with comedy that night. I kind of felt bad about
You
it
saw
doing
him?
it. I saw him and Tracy were walking by Lake Eola as I was playing Pokemon in my truck past him, and I yelled out the window, "Kim Boat Slice."
That's fine.
He likes that. He likes that.
loved it. Oh,
He's
he
like,
put his
"Oh,
hand up like, yeah."
I'm famous." He tells his girlfriend. He's like, "That's why I do it."
Weirdo.
And then I felt shame after I did it. I rolled my window
No,
up. Like,
always
that
yell
was
at
bad.
Seth. Yell everything at him. Inappropriate stuff. Anyway, So the last show's named Kimbo Slice, and then the picture Tony chose is just a woman holding a cucumber.
I'll put it up.
And then I looked at it and I was like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything?
Kimbo Slice.
I was like,
He's a
why?
goddamn perverted old man.
Why is it a girl holding a cucumber? And then
I don't know what that is.
And then we started trying to
I
think
looked through
of
the show notes.
what the reason.
What'd you say? Did you say anything about cucumbers in the show?
Not specifically
remember.
cucumbers, but we did ask if any women like skinny dicks, or
Yes.
if any person likes skinny dicks, and I was like, is it because the cucumber's girthy?
That's the only thing we came up with because we did a lot of skinny
Yeah,
dick talk,
right.
and then maybe that has to do with that. Then I thought I was like, did he think Kimbo Slice big dick? I don't know.
Hey, Kimbo, he's the big bull, big old dick, eat the spoon.
I have no idea why he chose a girl holding a cucumber. But it has
I mean,
something
we talked about Tracy sitting on cakes. Why not put a cake? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell's the cucumber for?
It has to be because of the skinny dick talk.
I mean, we had Tracy on the
although
show,
I don't
right?
know
We
if
could have
Tony
screenshotted Tracy. I used a screenshot of Tracy, I think, for the YouTube screenshot.
I don't know if Tony's listening to the show.
Every once in a while, he'll pop in the chat.
Yeah, because sometimes he tells me, he's like, that was not for me.
It's too much. I listen to the show.
Talk about the Kabul airport.
Yeah,
That's too much.
What happened on the show today? Tom was there, then Dan the milkman came by, then
you guys-
Samantha was she come in and do sports, and then Jerry the weatherman dropped by.
Tony doesn't mean it, but he'll throw slight negs at me. Listen, I don't care because I'm a fucking robot. You can say disrespectful shit.
This is Truth Friday.
No, so you can say the most insulting shit to me, and I will just power on and move forward. I don't give a fuck. I mean, there's nothing.
Man,
Nobody can insult me. Nobody can hurt my feelings.
Oh,
It's
God.
impossible. Anyway,
That's a problem.
But
You
he'll
know
be like,
that,
you should be funny on the monster.
Wow.
And I'll just be like, I won't even. I wouldn't open my mouth. I'll be like,
How about you did it.
can you get some branded oven mitts?
Right. You moved right past it.
I will literally just power through. Don't give a shit. I still don't. Anyway.
Oh, God. All right.
Sorry, Tony. You do a lot of work for us.
We done?
We're just fucking with you.
We can keep going.
Yeah, you
or
wanna keep
can be
going?
done. It's up to
Well,
you.
let's end with the Bob Ross documentary because
Oh,
Daniel
yeah.
watched
That was
this.
good.
I want to watch this, but you said it will surprise you because he's a different person than we thought.
Yeah, but not necessarily in a bad way, just more of a human. You know, they definitely show the more human side of him, and there's some controversy.
Oh, I don't think I want to see that.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody. No, it's good though. I enjoyed it.
Killed somebody.
It is a little sad.
He was like Tom.
You know, I'm trying to prepare you. You know, like if you've recently had, and I know it's been almost a year exactly since my mom passed. It's like, and that's still a stinger. It's kind of hard to watch stuff like that when people are dealing with death. But it is a really, really compelling story. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's only 90 minutes too, so it's really fast.
So you told me not to spoil anything, but Bob Ross was in the military. Like I didn't know
Military guy, very handsome man too. Like and obsessed with his hair. He was a hair guy.
I only caught the tail end of like seeing Bob Ross on TV when I was a young kid, and I remember at my Meemaw's house, like every once in a while, you'd turn to a channel and Bob Ross would be on.
Yeah,
and like
PBS.
my Meemaw liked to watch it, and and then the joke was always the guy was super soft spoken, kind of looked like a hippie, big fro.
He's buried in Gotha, so I would like.
But
say,
he's a military guy.
Great grandparents were out
Let's
there.
reach out. His son, I believe, lives around here or might be in New Smyrna Beach, I believe. I looked
Okay.
him up last night, or possibly while I was really high. Andrea tracked him down and might have already got all of his information because she's creepy like that. But yeah, he's local, and I'd love to interview him about this. The story goes on to kind of tell more about his background, but then it starts to kind of show you the difference between doing something you really like for art or doing something you really like for the business component of it. And normally when you take artistic components and business components and you smash them
They
together,
don't mix well.
They don't really mix well. You know, like you and I talk about this. Like I love the artistic aspect of what we do here. The business aspect of this is very difficult for me. I'm not really good.
Yeah,
at it.
you don't
not
want to
good
deal
at
with it. You don't want it.
I'm not good at it.
But that's why we work well together,
Yeah.
because all the engineering part and the creative part and the funny part, not
No,
interested. Not in the entertaining part. I just want the money.
Yeah, his
Only doing it for the
afro,
money.
they address his afro, and yes, his afro was a perm.
You know what's weird is that no other painting show ever like spiraled out of that. Like
There was a German guy that had a
was
painting
there?
show,
You gotta
yeah.
no, you gotta watch.
Okay,
you
all
gotta
right,
watch
all right.
because
I didn't know,
because
like-
you think that, but that's it's
okay.
very cleverly. There is some science to why that is. Not necessarily science. There's manipulation at play.
Okay,
There.
all right.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
So EJ, MyCon this weekend.
This Saturday at Wyndham Resort. Yeah.
So how
Please
many?
wear your masks. I think they pre-sold like 200 tickets. I think at this point.
And
so
there's a bunch of now, just to explain. There's people could dress up if they want, just like any other con. And there's booths and people selling their
vendors
own stuff.
and stuff like that. The tickets are only $5, so we encourage you to
It's
spend.
super affordable, and it's actually really cool. And you can walk around and go to the bars and then come back and walk around with your drinks if you want.
That's
dope.
Yeah.
It's not like MegaCon where you're spending $60 just to get in, and then you don't have enough money to buy a T-shirt or something like that.
Are
after
you
the
going to
fact,
do
so.
another
panel?
I don't think so. I think we cut down a lot of the panels and stuff because of the way the world is right now.
No,
like
okay.
we're not doing any
that's
like
why.
karaoke or anything like
Yeah.
that. So
I mean, the people wanted it, but
yeah. Oh, believe me, I wanted to get made
Has
fun of
another
again by
wheel.
you guys for sure with my wheel that you
I'm
guys
just
made fun of.
Put one more hour of
Yeah.
a little bit of effort. Anyway, Samantha, semantics.
Yeah, so tonight, if you guys want to go visit a semantic sponsor, I'm going to be out at Rock Pit Brewing because my husband is playing bass for Melodic Descent.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Come out there. The show starts at 7,
Shades on
7
bass.
to 10. Come check it out.
Where is Rock Pit?
That's South Downtown Orlando.
All right.
So it's right by the ABC on Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally right across the street from the ABC on Michigan on Orange Ave.
that would be fun.
I want to remind everybody that if you use any of our sponsors and you spend over $159, we got a promotion with Gabriella Plants, and all you have to do is fill out the form
so
on TomandDan.com. We'll send you a plant. People get them in the mail, and it's a $30 value of a nice house plant.
It's
potted.
I don't know why
It's
I'm
cool.
so into this, and I know you hate it when I say jazz, but it usually it fits it perfectly. It's like you get this box and you open it up, and it's something living, and you plant it, and you bring it inside, and you set it up, and you're like, this makes my house look better. I don't know. It's like it's cool, man.
And when me and Daniel, and like the only way was a lot of times we could produce cheaper giveaways is to make them out of Chinese plastic because that's the only way to do it. It's like we
I'd
can't
rather
give away.
give you something organic, something real, something living, something
Yeah.
cool, something that a client of ours actually made.
It'll gain in value. I know
Yeah,
that no one
it
thinks
will.
about that, but you can grow a Monstera that you get and to a huge Monstera.
Monsteras in the morning.
You're better
Whoa.
at that.
Money on the monsters.
Hold on a second. We might
Make
have.
that shirt.
no.
We might have a horticultural pivot.
And if you
Just
know,
hire Stu.
it'll take 5 to 8 years, but you get a big one you can sell online for like $150. Anyway, and use our hookups page because there's a lot of hookups on there and they're discounts, and just scan through them.
All kinds of great bars. Butler's adding to them weekly. Also, thank you guys for watching us live. Those of you bunchy in there right now, thank you guys for catching us live and subscribing. For all replays, find us on YouTube, and please subscribe to that as well. We're trying to grow our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. It's just under Tom and Dan Live. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
I can't publish that. It's mediocre.